What's going on, people? Welcome to Throwdown Your Questions, episode 204. I'm your host, Tony Polanco, and I'm joined by Chris Seeley,
Hey, what's up, everyone?
Carlos Romero,
What up? What up?
Brian Manjoma,
Yo, yo, yo.
Brett Murdoch,
What's up, party people?
and Mr. Adam Vale.
Let's just bring back Firefly. Let's just cut the bullshit. Bring
I
that
agree.
back. Give it
Let's
its
do
own
that.
channel. Fucking bring back the old 26 episode seasons just for that.
Yeah, well, they brought the movie and nobody watched it, so no more Firefly for you. You know, should have supported it when it came out.
It wasn't us. It was bad timing. They put it on a Friday slot, and no one could watch it. Friday night, crazy
The
2002.
death slot, you know.
Yeah, that's horrible on Fox, and Fox cancels everything on that slot. So
All right, couple of things before we start. First, I want to thank you guys for holding it down on Thursday. Great fucking show. I even jumped in for a little bit. I heard the rest of it afterwards. And this is how you know it was a good show. Usually when I'm not on Throwdown, I listen to the shows kind of critically. Like, oh, they fucked up there, they fucked up here. I just listen to it. It's just a bomb-ass show. So congrats to you guys, you know. Show's fucking awesome. Also, since we didn't get asked this question, I do want to bring it up because Adam was talking about it right before the show. This is important. So Skybound Games is going to finish the rest of the final season of The Walking Dead. And this leads me to something me and Manny said, because Manny, you know, even though he works for
wait,
Sky...
yeah,
what happened? Go
remember
ahead.
who owns it though?
Yeah, Robert
That's
Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman. Yeah, exactly. So he's just taking his shit back. That's all.
Yeah, Manny's theory is, and I agree with him, that basically he's like, the reason that game's getting finished is because Robert Workman probably wants that shit finished. You know what I'm saying? I agree with him on that, you know?
That's what he posted. In fact, he said, "Yeah, I want this finished. It's like it's bad enough we're losing Rick, you know.
Yeah.
So he's like, we might as well give a proper ending to this chick." So he said, "We'll do it. Don't know when, but they'll get it done. They've never done one of these before."
Yeah, right? That's crazy, man.
But he did say that they were going to bring back the key people for it.
Yeah.
So that's at least that's some employment for those that lost their job.
Yeah, but that's what I figured. It's Robert Kirkman like going, yo, no, this shit's getting done, son.
You know.
You know?
And that's the downfall though with Telltale, the fact that they don't own any of that stuff.
No,
You know what
they
I
don't.
mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, there's nothing to auction for.
exactly. So it's like everybody could
Yeah,
just
yeah.
take their shit back. It's like, well, all right, we'll give this to another studio.
Yeah, too bad, man. Anyway, let's get into it because we got a bunch of questions here. This is nuts. All right, the first one is from Big Daddy X. So he goes, do you think Red Dead 2 will be delayed one more time? No, it's too late, man. It's coming.
No, are you kidding me?
It's coming, son.
Well, the online's already been delayed, so
Yeah, that's been delayed, you know?
Well, the way they see now, that's the thing with the whole delay, because the way they word it was that it wasn't really delayed. It's that they're putting it off because just like what they did last time, they want people to focus on the campaign and then jump. It could be just PR
you getting
bullshit.
paid by them now? What the?
It could be PR bullshit. I was just gonna say that, but it doesn't really matter because I mean, man, that campaign was always badass.
Yeah, but they
know,
did
it
say
was-
you're still going to get to play multiplayer just in beta form the following month. So
Yeah, they
people
wanna
are
test
beefing.
it.
I'm like, you're still going to get to
Yeah,
play
they
this
wanna
shit.
test
you
Yeah,
know?
we wanna test it. And people are like, oh well, the other ones and it's no, we don't know. It's a whole different world and shit. The add-on world to the other world. They want to test their servers, see make
Yeah.
sure everything.
Yeah,
is
but
solid.
the thing is, like, the thing I wanted to say is like, if any game that gets delayed, you're gonna hear about it months beforehand, not literally a week or two beforehand.
Yeah.
So you know that's all I wanted to get out there.
wait. Yeah. I was gonna bring up a crackdown joke, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, so the Red Dead, the single player is definitely not going to get delayed. The multiplayer doesn't have a solid release date, so
Not at all.
like it doesn't matter if it gets delayed or not because we don't know when it's coming out.
Yeah.
So yeah. Also, just quick little side note on something that was touched upon. Like the only reason I have an issue with them delaying multiplayer, like I understand the argument that people make. It's like, oh yeah, well the campaign is enough to keep you through and the beta and whatever. And I don't doubt Rockstar will deliver sort of in the single player to just fulfill the whole thing. But for the thing that bothers me the most is just the precedence that says to other companies, because not everyone is a Rockstar. And that's pretty much it.
But look, we're right now we're getting the reverse. We're getting with Call of Duty coming out without a campaign. They're doing the reverse. They have no plans of doing it. And I'm telling you, they're crazy if they think they're gonna hit #1 again. $60 compared to the Fortnite free and PUBG 30. Come on now. And remember what happened with Titanfall when the first one came out? That one was awesome, but it had no campaign and nobody bought the shit. So
Mm-hmm.
no.
Oh, I gotta repeat that. Yeah, we don't need to go into this. The game's not getting delayed. Moving on. All right. If you could cancel one video game that's coming out next year, what would it be and why? This is a very strange question.
Yeah.
Like, why would you want a game to get canceled, bro?
I got one. Yeah, that's
what I'm saying. The key word is want. A game that you want to be canceled.
I don't want any.
I don't. Yeah, I don't want any
to be
game canceled.
No.
No.
I don't want to be canceled, but I'm scared that something, especially Crackdown. I love Crackdown. I didn't like Crackdown 2, and I'm hoping because they brought back a lot of guys from Crackdown 1, but then some of those guys left also, and it's like, damn, is this just gonna be a big letdown? That's my fear, and I would like if they would release like some kind of early beta, like, hey guys, what do you think so far? Don't like it? We're canceling it. Love it? We'll bring it out. You know, because that's coming out what, February or something like that. That's early next year.
Yeah, March I think it is, but
March. But we'll forget that. I'm not playing in March because we got Division 2. That's a life changer. But
yeah. But yeah, I don't think anybody on here wants a game to get canceled, or we think a game should get canceled.
no.
Yo, what's going on, Barry Burton? I was hanging out with him the other day. Yeah. Anyway, what do you guys say?
I don't want a game to get canceled.
Yeah, I think I think we're all agreed on this one. We don't want any games to get canceled. You know, that's just mean. You know,
Just hate. Yeah, these people put a lot of work and time into these projects. You know, think about it. It's like some of these games, 3, 4. Look at Red Dead 2. This one's what, 5 years in the making. Think about that shit. 5 years dedicating your life to a project, waiting for it to come out. That's longer than a movie.
Yeah, I mean, even the worst game takes work, right?
Yeah.
Takes a lot of work. So
Yeah. So no cancellations. All right. Next, Mr. Him Deal. I'm surprised I didn't see him at Comic-Con. I usually do. Anyway, his question is: there doesn't seem to be a version of Red Dead Redemption 2 where you can get all the content possible when the game releases. It's my understanding that you have to buy 3 versions to get everything. Why is no one who is drooling over the game, gamers or previewers, talking and or raising hell about this? What are your thoughts? I didn't even know about this until now. So apparently you have to buy 3 versions of the game to get everything.
Yeah,
What's going on?
they'll release it in DLC.
He's talking about the DLC stuff. That was that was the same thing done in the last Red Dead. You know, remember there was some stuff exclusive to GameStop and Target, and of course Xbox had its own.
Yeah,
PlayStation.
whatever.
It's no different.
Yeah, that's not a big deal then. That shit happens all the time.
Cosmetic shit or stuff that you could still find in the open world.
My thing is like, as long as you could buy it eventually, then it doesn't really matter, you know?
Maybe not. You may not. It depends on the outfit. Some outfits you were not able to buy.
Yeah.
You know?
No. What do you guys say? I don't care. We see this
That's
shit
not
all
a
the
big
time.
deal.
It's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Whatever.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's like most people, you know, how many times have you gotten like pre-order bonuses and stuff, and you're like, damn, you use it for a little bit and then you stop. You know, if it's a weapon that only helps in the first 2 chapters.
Yeah,
the outfit is like, oh wow, this is what I get. This is whack. Moved on. What was it? I remember with Red Dead when you signed up for the social club. Remember they give you the suit.
Yeah.
Like I was like, I look like, you know, Colonel Sanders. No thanks. I'm not wearing this shit. You know, so. No, no one's gonna stress over that stuff.
Yeah, no, who cares? Does anybody here care?
Mm-mm.
Nope.
All right. All right. Where the fuck are we right now? G Megaforce 123. This is a funny one. Why do shop NPCs sell such crappy gear and weapons? Nothing is ever much better than what I find in the field from drops. Why do developers bother if it's all such crap? I want to know what games he's playing.
What game is he playing? Wait.
No, the Monster Hunter, it does this. Monster Hunter is like horrible at this, actually.
Oh yeah, like you can't buy any good stuff in that game. Like gear wise, nothing. It's all bullshit, Mr. Davis.
Like after like level 5 or 10 or whatever, it's like what's the point of even going to those vendors?
Yeah, but on the flip side, like in Dragon Quest 11, the shit you buy at shops is better than the crap you find out in the field. Sometimes the stuff in the field is better, but very rarely. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on the game. That's why I'm asking, like, what game is he talking about?
Exactly. I know that's on in the Division. They refresh all the vendors every Saturday. And there's YouTube channels dedicated just to those vendor updates because they will sneak some, you know, pretty useful weapons and gear that you normally can't find out on the field. So,
yeah. And I know there's some games where you could craft better shit than you could buy. I know that. But yeah, generally from at least my experience, most games shops sell good shit, you know? But yeah, no, Monster Hunter is a good example of like a game that sells you crap, you know, consistently. What about the rest of you guys?
Yeah, I can't think of another game. I mean, the old Zelda games, like it had basic weapons. Like that's all you had in Zelda. So I don't know if isn't there a game coming out where you actually play the shopkeeper and at night you have to go adventuring to get gear to sell to people?
You know what? You
No,
should make that game.
I've never heard of this, but that
I've
sounds like a
never
pretty interesting game.
There you go. Make it so number one.
Make it happen, Chris. Let's go.
Maybe that's why you just get the base shit. Like I ain't dying out here, and you go back and you just sell that shit to other people. Hey, good luck, buddy.
You know?
That's it.
Yeah.
I found this rusty sword. Yo, I got a wife and kids, man. Here you go.
Give me that money, son.
The Night Keeper.
Yeah, because usually in RPGs it's like every time you go to the new town, right? They got better shit than the last town, and more expensive too. I always wondered what is it like being an NPC who has to live in the town where everything's so fucking expensive. You know what I'm saying? You want to spend a night $1,000? Like, damn, son. Back home, that shit was 10,
But
10
usually
20.
in those
What is
towns,
it like
people
living
are
here,
rich.
Tony?
Yeah, I don't know. What's it like living in LA, which is more expensive than here?
It's
Yeah, they're
it's a
both
city life.
in game cities.
Yeah, I guess. But I always won't find that funny.
Different
I'm like,
parts. But I think it's different parts of the city. Lower Manhattan is super expensive, but when you start getting into the heights and stuff,
yeah, that shit ain't that bad.
so they're like, yeah, you live in the city. Yeah, you do. You live up in the heights on your way to the Bronx.
Remind me to tell you this crazy story about this British couple I met yesterday. Anyway, I think we don't need to go any further into this. I want to know what games you're playing, bro.
Yeah, like there's games like WoW that have pretty good shops and stuff that you get good shit.
Any game that cares about making microtransactions or doing those type of things, they usually update their shops. They don't let them go stagnant with crap.
Yeah, I don't know why Monster Hunter does this pretty bad.
But I think that's because they want you to.
He's just asking why can't you buy better gear at the merchants than you can find while playing the game?
Oh no, I understand that, but I can't find an example of a game like that besides
Almost
Monster Hunter.
game.
Wait, which one?
Here's one thing.
Hold on, Brett. Which game?
Assassin's Creed.
Okay, go ahead, explain.
You're level 7 and like you generally like you can buy rare stuff, but it's like if you find a level 7 rare spear, it's no better than the level 7 rare spear you buy. It's just equivalency. If you could buy constantly better stuff at the vendor, then you'd bitch about how you wouldn't be able to find as good as stuff out in the wild as you do in the shops. So it has to be equivalency because it wants you to basically use the vendor not to buy all your gear, but to fill in where RNG has not necessarily been kind to you. Like if you haven't had a helmet drop, like you can buy it, or if you haven't done that quest or something like that. But for the most part, it should be equivalent with the stuff you're buying should be equivalent with the stuff that you find.
Yeah, no, I understand the question and all that because I believe it's like a balancing thing. It's like they don't want you to have all the good shit in the shop because they want you to have some good stuff out in the field. But again, I'm just talking about from my personal experience. But yeah, now I'm thinking about Origins, which seems pretty similar to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah, about half my gear I found out in the wild, and then the other half I just bought in the shop to complement the shit I found. So you're right about that, But yeah, generally I just like to go to shop and just buy my shit. I don't want to craft it or find it. If I don't have to.
God of War, you bought all your best stuff.
Yes. So see, that would be a bad example for the question.
I did not like that you had to buy all your best stuff in God of War.
Well, it's because God of War doesn't really.
It's not supposed to have that in the first place.
Give you anything to find besides those hearts and shit.
Yeah,
just to level up your character, but.
Yeah, it depends on who you are. I personally like buying all that shit because I don't want to just like it's easy. Like I go in shop, it has everything I need. Bam, I don't have to think about it. But whatever. All right, let's move on. Second question: what characters do you never want to see in a video game again? He goes for him. It's Aiden Pierce. He is probably the worst protagonist ever. Damn. Tell me how you really feel, bro. All right, what characters?
That the dude from Watch Dogs?
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah. See, I just that alone tells me. Yep, same thing. I'm the same answer. Fuck that dude.
I kind of want to say Connor from Assassin's Creed.
Fuck him too.
Yeah, get rid of him. Fuck that guy. We don't need him again.
No, fuck that. He ruined the game. He was too whiny and bitchy the whole time.
Yeah, Aiden Pierce
also
is pretty
Squall.
Uh-oh. Yeah, get fuck him too.
That whole game, forget the
forget the whole game.
Swallow.
Yeah,
That whole game was shit.
right. Come on, guys, throw some hate at me.
I also hated Titus. I have a disproportionate hate for certain Final Fantasy characters. Like, Final Fantasy, more than any other franchise, has made protagonists that I'm like, I seriously fucking hate you.
Yeah.
I think.
Who else? Or do we just love every video game character ever created?
No, because most games they move on. Like the AC games, they always swap out. Like you can hate Connor, but at least you know he's not going to pop up in the next one. You know, they just move on. You're talking about reoccurring characters like Nathan Drake and stuff like that. That's not many games do that.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a protagonist either. It could just be a side character.
I would like Marcus Phoenix from Gears to be in every video game as a hidden character because he was just badass. It'd be great if you're like, it doesn't matter, Final Fantasy, whatever, you're struggling, you just press like, I don't know, a weird combo, the 4 bumpers.
Oh, Carlos got one.
Pops up with a chainsaw. You know, that'd be awesome.
I got a curveball, guys.
Oh,
shit.
Bowser.
Oh, you don't like him?
I'm just sick of him. I'm like,
He just wants to turn him into Bowserette.
But remember, they introduced a new villain, but not into all of them. That was Wario.
But like we see, like Bowser's like in pretty much every like mainline game, and he's always like the final boss. And I'm like,
I'm ready for Bowser to turn into Vegeta. To go the Vegeta route, like eventually it's just like, I'm not really the bad guy anymore. I just kind of hang out. I'm done with the whole villainy thing.
Dr. Wily.
I like Dr. Wily.
Has he done much for you lately?
Yeah, man. I've been playing Mega Man 11, son.
You like that? I could not get into it.
Oh, I fucking love it. I beat this shit a bunch of times already. You know, I beat it on. I'm trying to beat it on superhero difficulty now. Game's fucking awesome.
I'll be honest. I'm ready.
I
I
tried.
I wouldn't cry if they hung on Master Chief.
I wouldn't cry if they hung
wouldn't cry
Nathan
either.
Drake, which I think they already did.
Yeah, they did.
I think they're already doing.
Like, I don't have an issue with Nathan Drake, but I'm like, do we really like? What else do we need to know about this guy?
Yeah, no, we're done with him.
That's where I am with Master Chief. Like, I don't have beef with Master Chief. I just feel like we've reached a critical point of saturation where it's getting to be too much.
But Master Chief is just RoboCop. I mean, just make another one. You know, that's it.
Well, what they need to do is because they need to get another Spartan, and they should get one with like more of a character or something.
They tried that with
change things
Locke,
up.
and that didn't go well.
Yeah, Spartan Lock did not go over well.
I mean, they did it for Reach, but they just had a whole bunch of them.
Just do it with Vin Diesel. He said he was down. So
No, Reach was great, man.
Oh, I got a controversial one.
Oh shit!
I don't need to see Dante ever again.
Oh, amen to that, man.
Yeah, get rid of it. Yeah, if Nero could, or
I was gonna say, can we get rid of Nero too?
Can you get rid of
Damn, I kind of liked it.
I like Nero. It's Dante I have a problem with. I'm tired of his shit.
Not a fan of any.
What the fuck is the difference?
I'm a fan, man. Sorry.
Nero had a backstory with a tragic twist with his girlfriend.
Actually, the difference is Nero has that badass grappling hook that Dante does not have. You know, that's what made him a better character.
That grappling hook really made him more of a nuanced character.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean,
it was a fun mechanic.
Character-wise, you know, they're both stupid.
I know. I'm just throwing shade.
Yeah. I'm not saying I'm a big Nero's like stan or anything. I just like him better than Dante. Dante, he's that kind of guy you just want to smack. He's not a very good character.
No, I don't. Well, he was just born out of the need for extreme.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Mountain
The
Dew
Japanese
drinking.
just saw how much Mountain Dew we were drinking and made Dante.
You know, exactly.
Man.
Yeah, pounding some fucking Mountain Dews and Doritos and shit. You know, that's Dante, man. Yeah, you're right. Dante is exactly what that's what the Japanese think we like. It's hilarious.
I mean, they're not entirely wrong.
No, they're not. You know, unfortunately. Yeah. Oh, Spontaneous Tone says get rid of Solid Snake. Get rid of Konami, man.
I think Solid Snake's already gone, isn't he?
He's gone, son.
Yeah.
This shit is over. You
He
know.
died a long time ago. It's just Big Boss.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, the last time we saw Solid Snake was 10 years ago with Metal Gear Solid 4.
4, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So he's been gone, son.
He's big.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I think I'm ready to see the end of. I'm okay with the end of Commander Shepard, although I don't necessarily like what they did with Andromeda.
Yeah, he's done already.
Yeah.
Yeah, remember yeah, he's done.
I have one
Go ahead.
that people may not like, but I don't care. Get rid of Kratos.
Uh-oh.
I feel like they've reached the point where if they use him anymore, then they'll just be retconning stuff.
Dude, that's
This one
literally
time.
what they're doing now.
Oh, Brian.
No
Yeah.
spoilers.
So, like, Brian,
Like-
I agreed with you. Like before I played the last God of War game.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if it was like, if this was like last or 2 years ago, I would be like, Brian, I'm with you. Because I said it too. I'm like, get
I
rid of Kratos.
still
I'm
agree
done.
with Brian.
But yeah, now I'm like, I can
Oh.
fuck with Kratos some more, you know?
I don't think so. Like, I don't think that he is usable anymore in his context.
Play
Like,
God of War.
I also have the same opinion.
All
Like,
right.
I've played a
Like,
God of War and I have that
you
same
run-
opinion.
you
Well,
now run the
I'm
risk
saying
of,
I had your opinion until I played the game. I'm like, oh shit, I was wrong.
you run the
Ser-
risk
like-
of just adding more stuff to it. When is there a need to add more stuff to it? That's
Well, the way,
question.
yeah,
Is there a need for anything?
yeah.
I
Well,
mean,
there
we
is
can
now.
talk. We can talk. It's per Tony's rule. Like it's not spoiler anymore. So if you haven't
Yeah, it
played
is. Yeah, it is. We're gonna get. We're
Oh,
gonna. No,
right,
don't
yeah.
do it. Don't
It's
do
too
it.
soon. It's
Don't
too
fucking
soon.
do it. you know?
Seriously?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna get heat. You know,
Especially for
Ah.
a game that's like
the game hasn't
game
even
of
been
the year.
yeah, the game hasn't even been out a full year yet.
Fine.
Yeah, no, but I know where you're going with it. So
This
yeah,
is shit we were saying before the game was even released, though.
no, don't do it. Don't do it. We're gonna get in
Fine, I
trouble.
won't do it.
All right. Anyway, let's move on to the next question, man. Mr. Matt Wheaton. I actually moved this up the queue because I wanted to answer this one. This is fun. All right. His first question is, since the Capcom Beat 'em Up bundle is out, I want to know what your top 3 favorite beat 'em up games are.
I
Oh,
didn't like that
yeah,
beat 'em
baby. Let's go.
Sorry, I did not like that beat 'em up set.
But what are your favorite beat 'em ups, though?
Well, it's Final Fight's on there, but there's some other beat 'em ups.
Turtles in Time. Has to
Turtles,
be-
there you
was
go.
Up there. What was the X-Men one that came out? That was really fun.
Oh, that was
Remember
just a
playing-
Konami X-Men game.
Yeah, that was good.
The arcade game.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine's are Final Fight, Streets of Rage 2, and Turtles in Time.
Streets of Rage.
You
was
know,
up there.
and then of course a special shout out to Batman
From Mother
Returns.
Russia.
Oh, Batman Returns is Super Nintendo specific.
Yeah.
That was the one that used the Splatterhouse engine. It played like
Yeah, it was
Splatterhouse, right? Where you
great.
get those
Yeah,
guys
play
to
like,
the-
yeah, you throw the guy at the wall.
yeah, throw the guy at the wall and do that whole shebang.
And here's a really dumb. Well, it's not even a dumb question, but I think this is a beat 'em up game. Is Spider-Man a beat 'em up game?
No,
No.
No,
Really?
I
So
mean-
is the Arkham games a beat 'em up game?
no.
no. If
We're
you're
talking about old
like,
school 2D beat 'em up
Yeah.
games.
If you're talking about like separation anxiety, like the old Super Nintendo Spider-Man game, that was a beat 'em up.
Yes.
You're just literally walking down the street like Final Fight.
Yeah, that's a beat 'em up.
Because I see a lot of like similarities. I wouldn't know like what kind of game is Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is an
Well,
open world
Spider-Man-
game, dude.
Yeah,
I answered your
upgrade-
question. It's an open world game.
You can't upgrade or do anything. You just go straight forward.
Yeah, it's but again, just for the simplicity of the question, we're talking about classic 2D beat 'em up games.
Okay. Oh, Castle Crashers.
There you go.
Yeah,
Castle
that's-
Crashers is
There
a
you
new
go.
one. That's pretty
That's a
good.
fun game.
Yeah. Hey, I got another one, which unfortunately we can't download anymore. The Scott Pilgrim game. That was fucking awesome, man.
Well, that
Oh,
was
that was
River
awesome.
City
Oh, no.
Rampage, so it was the same type of game.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, but you can't download anymore. Yeah.
Yo,
go
does
ahead.
Dragon's Crown count? 'Cause
Yes.
That's kind of a 2D beat 'em up, right?
Yeah. Here's the thing, and I'm glad you asked that because, see, I want to say Golden Axe 2, but Golden Axe is really more of a hack and slash game, and I think Dragon's Crown is a hack and slash game. But you know what? For the sake of it, for this question,
You know what clears it up though?
what?
They put Knights of the Round on Capcom beat 'em up, and that's a hack
Oh,
and slash game.
okay. Then fuck it. We could kind of hack
Well,
and
Golden
slash
Axe
too.
counts.
Okay, so Golden Axe another one. Dragon's Crown definitely another one. A lot of those games from Vanillaware, you know, like Odin's Sphere and shit. You know, if we're talking about new ones,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah, that would count. Yeah.
And isn't Guacamelee a beat 'em up?
Well, no, it's a platformer.
It's a
No,
platform.
there's a
Okay, that's a
story to
difference.
that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Well, they
Yeah,
you can have a
Dead
story
from
to beat 'em up, but yeah, there is a difference between a beat 'em up and a platformer. You know, there's no platforming in beat 'em up games.
Yeah, don't forget about Double Dragon.
Double Dragon, that's right.
Mhm.
You know,
And Battletoads.
and Battle, of course, the ultimate one. You know,
And bad dudes.
bad dudes.
Bad dudes. That Mother Russia was a new one. It came and beat 'em up.
Oh,
The
Mother
new
Russia
game on
Bleeds.
yeah,
That was good,
Raging
yeah.
Raging Justice on Switch, which is on sale for those who wanted that. It's a new version, but it's the same concept of beat 'em up, and it looks and feels just like Final Fight.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Raging Justice.
Adam, I'm surprised you didn't like the beat 'em up bundle because they
I
took, but here's the thing, because they took away Cadillacs and dinosaurs. I figured you'd be happy about that.
No, well, they needed to put some other games that I actually cared for. Right now, the only one on there that I cared for was Final Fight.
Yeah,
All the other ones, I'm like,
yeah. You notice the ones that are missing, right? They're all licensed games. They're missing Punisher, they're missing Aliens vs Predator, missing Cadillacs vs Dinosaurs,
and that's why I felt like this was a cheap money grab. You know, to put that title and then just put Final Fight, and everyone probably be like, "Oh, they have to have all the other good ones."
No, because even the Dungeons and Dragons games they didn't have those awesome beat 'em ups. They didn't have those either, which is funny because they had them in the last. Remember, they had Final Fight and Dungeons and Dragons together on Xbox 360. You know, so it's kind of weird they didn't have that. But you know, I didn't have a problem with the beat 'em up with the collection. My only problem was the fact that there's no screen filters. You know, it's just you play it raw. Like that shit bothers me. When you're playing old game, I need those screen filters, man.
Really?
You know, yeah, that shit bothers me. Where it's just raw
Remember the
pixels.
reason why we had those screen filters because we had shitty TVs back then.
Yeah,
You know, so
but
you
those
just want that
graphics were
shit feeling
made.
again.
Yeah, but, you know, but those graphics were made for those TVs. Like you need those scan lines in there to actually make the graphics look better. You know. They just look bad. I'll send you a video that actually breaks down why you need scan lines in those old games. You know. Anyway, moving on. Where the fuck are we right now? Okay. On a similar subject, is there any chance for Konami to realize they fucked up and reconnect with their fans the way Capcom's been doing? No. They don't need to, man. They're making too much money off pachinko. You know. Capcom, that's all they got. They got video games, so they had to, like, you know, reconnect with their fans and give them what they want. Konami doesn't need to do shit. They're already making their money, you know.
Yeah, they don't care.
Konami can sell off all their, you know, their whole entire video game like division, and they still be just fine. You know, a lot of people don't realize that. They think Konami just makes games. No, they don't. Make pachinkos. That's where they really make their money. They do a bunch of other shit in Japan too. You know, they got their like fingers in a lot of shit. You know.
And those pachinko machines, man, like you go inside one of those and it smells like pure smoke.
You're allowed to smoke indoors over there.
Yeah, man.
Well, at least in those places, yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody in the panel actually have any hope of Konami getting their shit together?
Nope.
Not at all.
Yeah. All right. So we shall move on to Mr. Spacey's Pleasure Yacht. So his first question is, this is an interesting one. We need to really think about this one. Have any current gen games made your top games of all time list? Specifically PS4, Xbox One era, and you know what? For the sake of argument, Wii U and Switch too. You know,
that's a really good
of
question.
all time. Yeah. Then there's a few. I mean, yeah, of all time, the God of War series, the Gears of War series.
Whoa! Gears of War is last gen, bro.
No, I said of all time.
No. He said current gen. Are there any games that came out this generation that have made your all-time best list? Understand? This is not a hard question. Like you should understand the question. It's just hard to answer. You know?
No, it's easy. Witcher 3. That's it.
All right, settle down with that, Brian.
You know, nobody trying to hear about that shit.
Like Uncharted 4. Like God of
the
War.
Division.
Yeah.
I can think of.
Really? Come on.
My gut reaction.
Not that great.
Really, Adam?
It was okay.
Division?
Like they patched up after like 6 months of it being a mess.
You can't hate for people for patching stuff because then there's other groups that don't patch shit and they leave their shit as crap.
I'm saying that it launched terribly, and even then, it was not in a good state. It had bouncing issues out the wazoo.
A beautiful state now. So if somebody who's never played it, if we were to tell them right now it's this great game to play, and they go play it, they'll be happy because it's got all the patches. It's all good.
It's
a total package right now.
Yeah. By the way, just before we go down a rabbit hole, just a keep it kind of structured here. I'm gonna say, has any game that came out this generation made your top 10 games of all time list? Has anything cracked it this generation?
Yeah, Witcher 3.
All right, so there you go. Brian says Witcher 3. Adam says The Division.
I'm gonna say Monster Hunter World for me.
Ooh, top 10
It
of all
just feels
time.
like every other Monster
10 of
Hunter,
all
though.
time.
No, it doesn't, Adam. No, it doesn't.
I
No, it
played
doesn't.
the other ones.
No, Adam.
Yeah.
Adam, I went back to play the other Monster Hunter that came out right before this. It is completely fucking different, dude. It is almost unplayable, you know.
While you're hitting the monster, you're still inside the monster. They never fix that.
But
It
that's
always
not the whole
looks-
game. What about the
but
quality of life shit? You know.
It ruins the feel of the game.
Oh, it's,
if it's
you just have to wait for the patches though.
Yes.
yeah, let them patch that shit. They've never patched it. That's just the way the
it's
game's
complete.
made.
Yeah, it's complete. The older Monster Hunter games are unplayable now. You know.
People seem to love that one on Switch, even though it's a 3DS.
It's trash. Play World. I'm gonna go with my gut reaction. People are not gonna be happy about this. No, it's not a single game that came out this generation that has cracked my personal top 10. Not even close.
So, Spontaneous Tone brings up the game that might crack it, but I don't think so. Probably not actually. Is Persona 5.
Persona 5 is a good candidate, but I'll have to reassess things. But right now,
the
I'm
Sonic game.
Huh?
Like the Sonic game, Sonic Mania.
Sonic. That's another one I consider too. But I need more time with this generation. You know, because last gen, the games that cracked it were Uncharted 2 and Mass Effect 2. That cracked my personal top 10
Portal for me.
for last
Mass
gen,
Effect
right?
2, Uncharted 2. Yep. Fallout 3 was one of them.
Yeah, there was a lot of good games
Gears
last
of
gen.
War. That was awesome.
Yours was close.
But yeah, this one, yeah,
Crackdown was awesome.
yeah. Persona 5 is a good one for this generation. Other than that, I can't really think of any.
But yeah,
Oh.
like even saying it's top 10, I think it's a stretch.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, like top 20.
Top 20,
Yeah,
exactly.
top 20 for sure. But
Oh, that'd be way.
yeah, but top 10, fuck no. Nah. Again, there's been a lot of good games this generation, especially in the last 2 years, but nothing that's really made it the top 10 for me. You know. What about for you guys? Brian already said Witcher. Adam says Division.
Yeah.
I
Brett-
said Monster Hunter.
Yeah, you said Monster Hunter. What about you, Brett?
I'm gonna go with Monster Hunter 2. Actually,
Oh wow.
it's pretty much the only thing I can think of. That I'm like, man, as I look back on PS4, like, yeah.
So if you make your personal top 10 games of all time, Monster Hunter World will be on there.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool. What about you, Carlos?
None.
All right, yeah, I'm with you.
I'm with you.
I don't ha-
Oh.
Yeah.
Bloodborne. I totally forgot to say that.
Oh, okay, there you go. See, that seems more fitting.
Bloodborne definitely cracks my top 10.
So
Nice.
once you
Nobody
mentioned
said
that,
Horizon. I thought they were gonna.
No,
guys
that game's
love
dope. That
Horizon.
game's dope, but that's not the
That's
top 10.
Great. Again, we gotta drag it to top 20 or 25.
Yeah, exactly.
Horizon might make the top 50.
Like if we're talking about just this generation alone, then yeah, that's
Yeah.
in the top 10 easily.
And
You know?
and don't forget, like this generation has been so underwhelming so
it really
far.
has, yeah. It's been whack compared to other ones, you know.
So like last year, like my top 3 games of last year were Persona 5, Horizon, and what fucking oh my god, the fucking
Fallout.
Xbox exclusive game. No. The
Forza,
the hard game. God
Cuphead,
damn it.
Cuphead.
Cup Boy.
And I don't think Horizon or Cuphead are my top 50 of all time.
Yeah. Yeah, it depends.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you got to weigh every game you've played, all the generations. Then things get different. Like for me, if I start doing that, then it starts weighing more heavily towards like the 16-bit generation. You know?
Like for me, I can name 3 Halo games that I prefer over those 2 games.
Yeah.
And
going
I'm
on,
like,
Black
that's
Metal
just
Gamer?
fucking Halo.
Yeah. All right. I think we covered this one. But yeah, no, I don't have any game that's cracked it yet. This generation, even though again things have gotten better, I still think there's going to be like the most lackluster generation we've seen in a long time.
Skull says Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That's a good one, but
Yeah, it's a good one. I wouldn't put it in my
I
personal
would
one
put
though.
on my top 10. Yeah.
All right, man. Next one. Okay, if you won the lottery and had time to game all month long, what backlog or new log games would you play? I got one. If I have a month to just play games, I'll play The Witcher 3 so people shut the fuck up.
Yeah,
Brian.
I would finish that.
By people, he means me.
Yeah,
No, Witcher 3 is a good game. Like I wish I had time.
I would
go
play it too,
through
but I just, I got other shit to play. Actually, no. The thing is, my thing is, I need to play Witcher 2 first. And I heard
You
Witcher
don't
2.
need to
I heard,
play Witcher 2.
I heard Witcher 2 is as long as one of the DLCs of Witcher 3. I'm like, damn, son. Actually, you know what I really want to do, and everybody has advised me against this. I want to play Witcher 1 first.
Oh,
Like really get into it, because apparently Witcher 3 has really bad combat. So if I play the game with the shittiest combat and see it get better, I would have been used to Witcher 3's combat, because it's just better by comparison. By the way, I love that joke people are saying about like Geralt being in Soul Calibur. It's like, hey, he's finally a game where he controls good. But yeah, I'll play Witcher 2 and 3. I'll read the wiki for the first one, I guess. By the way, is reading a wiki as bad as like Let's Play? Because to me, I'm like, it's like, only 10 minutes compared to 20 fucking hours.
Well, yeah, the wikis just doesn't really take that much time, and if you just want to get the story, then that's it.
Yeah,
But it's
exactly. So yeah, The Witcher 3 for me, even though, and again, it's just to shut Brian up. Go ahead, Chris. What about you?
I did not play through Halo 5. I just skipped it. I think Richard told me about it, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm good. I'll go play.
Weren't we gonna do that? I thought we were all gonna play Halo.
Yeah, but then we decided,
Yeah, and I regret because I love Halo, but I'm like, this is just soulless now. After everything I heard, I was like, fuck it, The last good Halo game I played was Halo Reach. I'm sorry, 4 was disappointing. Like, fuck it. So I gave up on that. So I probably played through that. I'd play. I skipped Mass Effect Andromeda. Maybe I'd fucking play it. I don't know.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Very interesting.
I love Mass Effect.
Me too, Chris. But that shit made me love it even less.
Oh, I mean, that series was dead to me. It still is. Like, EA ruined it.
Mass Effect. Check this out. Mass Effect was my favorite franchise, and then freaking Andromeda came out, and I didn't even finish that game. It was that bad for me.
Yeah, I didn't
Damn,
finish it
son.
either.
I finished it.
Yeah,
Anyway, who's next? Carlos, go ahead, man.
Assassin's Creed Origin. I still haven't played through that. There's like a lot of like indie-ish games like Hollow Knight and Dead Cells and Celeste. Like all these games that like I always want to play, but I just never get to them. Because I usually just play like sort of the huge AAA games or like the guaranteed games that I always play. What else? I never got that much time into Dragon Ball Fighter Z because Monster Hunter.
Yeah, same here. I
So
have the game, but I still haven't touched it yet. Actually, it's funny because I have it on PS4 and now Switch. Still haven't touched it yet.
Yep.
Actually, I played through the story. It's fun.
Yeah.
But there's not much to it. You could probably do it in a day.
Okay, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, I'll do it just so I have more games beaten by the end of the year,
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah, it's fit for me.
Brian. Mr. Manjoma.
Yes, I'm actually exempt from the question because I'm doing that now. I'm just going through my backlog, so I'm sort of exempt.
Yeah, you are. All right, Brett.
I'm actually having trouble answering this one. There aren't a whole lot of huge. I'd go back and play Nier Automata, and Persona, I think.
Nice. All right, Adam.
Yeah, go back to finish up. Usually I finish up all the Assassin's Creed games, but after I had all these technical issues with Unity, I stopped, and I would like to go back because they fixed that, finish that one up, finish Syndicate because I got pretty far in that and then stopped. Origins, shit, man. I only put in like an hour and then stopped, just got bored. But I would like to finish those, and then Fallout 4. That's the other one.
Just on that tip, because I actually did not play Unity or Rogue. Those are the only two Assassin's Creed games I have not played, so I need to go back to play those.
Rogue is fun. Rogue feels like Black Flag.
The exact. See, that's why I want to play this shit. Now they got it on PS4.
Yep.
But with Unity, I did purposely skip it after Brett's horror starts. My oh shit, but I heard they fixed it now, so I want to go back because I love Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite franchises, man. Where the hell are we right now?
Oh,
All right.
I got one more.
Go ahead, man.
Skyrim.
Ooh, Scrim.
If I had time. Yeah.
I debated that because everybody keeps telling me I need to play, but like I don't know.
It's probably outdated by this point.
Yeah, I played like the extra version or whatever the fuck it was that came out last year. I played it. You know what I'm talking about, right? The remaster one. So I played
a lot of them.
Yeah, but the latest one that came out. I played it on PC for like an hour. I'm like, yeah, this game's fucking ugly.
Yeah, if you don't sort of tinker
Get
with
those
mods
mods,
and
yeah.
stuff, it really looks dated.
Yeah, nah, son. At least with Fallout has a premise I'm like into. You know what I'm saying? But this is like some medieval shit. Like whatever, I don't care.
And it's a fun game. I wouldn't say it's like the best Elder Scrolls game or like even better than Fallout, but it's just a solid game.
Yo, man, you about that Morrowind life, son?
Yeah, or like what's it called?
Oblivion, right?
Oblivion, yeah, that too is pretty good.
Nice. All right, what the fuck are we? Yeah, we got a lot of questions. What the fuck? All right, Mr. Figs, and I will forgive you for posting this on Throwdown episode 204. I'm like, come on, son. I almost missed your fucking question. All right, so his question is, did anyone see the new gameplay demo of Days Gone from Tokyo Game Show? It looks like Ray Charles made the animations and rain effects for this game. Damn, son. He goes, with the amazing success of Spider-Man, The Last of Us, God of War, Uncharted, and Horizon Zero Dawn, I think Sony should cancel this game because it is not up to the PlayStation standard of gaming. Okay, so I guess the question is, like, did we see the trailer? No, I did not. You know me, I'm not interested. I don't care.
Yeah, I'm not interested as well for that game.
Don't care.
I don't like to watch trailers for any of the games. I like to be surprised. That's the only way I can surprise myself. It's like I just don't. The only time I'll get into it is if it's a review toward the end and I'm on the fence. But I don't want to hear anything. Like Red Dead, I didn't watch any of that new gameplay stuff. I want to be surprised. Same thing with God of War. Same thing with Spider-Man. I was sold on Spider-Man after E3. I was like, I've seen enough.
Hey, Brad, you're actually interested in this. Did you see the trailer from Tokyo Game Show or the footage or whatever the fuck they showed?
On what now?
On Days Gone, the zombie game.
No, I did not.
Okay, so that's none of us then. We didn't see it. So, no comment.
I'll wait until it's free on PS Plus.
Might be an early plus discount like FIFA is about to be because of some charges.
Yeah. All right, man. Let's get over to Mr. Spontaneous Tone, who's been hanging out with us all night, man. What's going on, brother? All right. So his question is, if all the members of the Throwdown podcast were in charge of the Game Awards 2018, what would you do similarly and differently from Jeff Keighley in these three categories? Game categories, nomination / winning process, 3 funding. All right, let's get deep into this shit. Especially
What was the first one?
The first one is game categories. What would you change?
Well, there.
Splits, because they have 2 categories in the same one that I hate. I think it's like racing game and sports game or
Yeah.
some of that. It's
Yeah,
like one
they're
of those
all
categories
together.
that's like they like melded together. Split that up because that's bullshit. And get rid of the best sports game because it's gonna be the same shit every year. So no, you can't have a category for like the same 5 games every single year.
I mean, but that could be the same for any of these awards. Look at for
No.
rock. When they say rock and then they give it to like an alternative.
No, but we're
band,
talking
come
about
on
video
now.
games specifically.
But they all do it. That's
No,
what
no,
I'm saying.
no. But
All
we're
these
talking about
awards
video
are-
games. If you're gonna have an action adventure action adventure category, you're not gonna have the same games every year.
Well,
It's
it's
only
like
They
best,
still
best,
cross over.
the same-
I feel like they cross over.
yeah, it's like best
Okay.
sports games, Madden 12, FIFA, whatever,
Yeah.
NBA 2K, and it's like and MLB The Show, and it's the same nominees every year.
Yeah, like what other category of
But-
video games does the same games come out every single year? Like
Yeah.
maybe you make a case for
Shooters.
shooting games, but that's
Yeah.
about it.
But,
But then,
I mean,
then we get like
there's-
different types of shooters. We get games that don't come out every single year. Like we don't get a Doom every year. We don't get a Wolfenstein every year. Like that comes in and then that changes the field. Like if it was just Call of Duty and Battlefield every single year, then I make the same case. Like you can't have a category for the same games that come out every single year.
I mean, then you make a best Metrovania because we've been getting a shitload of those. So there you go. There's a new genre. Or best twin stick shooter.
Then at least then you still get different IPs in mix. Like in sports games, it's the same IPs every single time. So
but we just don't get a lot of them. We don't get a bunch of 3 or 4 football games.
Well, that's why Brian's saying get rid of that shit entirely, and I agree with him.
That's not their fault though. People play them.
It's our award show.
It's our award show.
If it's our award show, then people are bitch what they call. So I guess you don't
fuck
like
them. Our fans don't like sports games anyway.
But I do. I like sport games, so I would want mine with sport games.
Okay, well, I mean, you could have your own answer, but I agree with Brian. Get rid of the sports category in general. It's fucking stupid.
I'm with you.
What else? Oh, okay. Let's keep. By the way, I just realized we're kind of burning through these questions, so let's take a little bit more time answering them.
You just finished saying there was a shitload of questions.
Yeah, but we ran through them too fucking fast.
You just said it before this question.
No, I didn't. That was like 10 minutes ago, man. Anyway, okay. So he says he would have 2 different categories for graphics, art direction, and technical direction. That's 3 different categories. Is there a reason to break all those up? Graphics, art direction, and technical direction?
No. He said he'd had 2 different categories for graphics, art direction, and technical direction.
Okay, so basically, art direction would just be like a specific style, and the technical would be like realistic or something.
Yeah,
would that be the DICE Awards? I think they have those type of awards.
Yeah. Okay. What do they typically have for the categories? I don't remember really being bothered about the categories, except for racing and sports being the same thing. That's the only thing that really bothered me about the categories. Yeah, you know what category get rid of? Get rid of that fucking games for change bullshit. You don't need that. Get out of here with that. Trending gamer, get rid of that shit. They
don't make games, man.
Yeah, no, get rid of that nonsense. Also, as far as presenters, I don't want to see any fucking celebrities up there. I want to see game developers up there. I don't want to see any journalists up there either.
There was a report a while ago. A lot of developers don't want to be up there. They're not people friendly.
For the Throwdown,
unless
awards,
you're
going to have
and friends, but most people don't want to. You can't force devs. Hey,
I will
go and
with money.
Like, yo, you saw what happened at the E3. These guys are shaking and stuttering and shit. Hair's all fucked up. They just can't do it.
Okay, like, plan B then. You get one person to present them all. Then somebody that's presentable. You know what I'm saying? If that's the case, but I don't want to see any fucking. I don't need to see Snoop Dogg up there. You know what I'm saying? I love Snoop, but
he's a gamer though. He's a gamer.
Yeah, I guess, but it gets so stupid. Actually, I'm gonna cut to the chase. I would just delete this whole shit entirely because I think award shows are fucking stupid, as I've said a million times. I'm just trying to.
They just infomercials.
It's dumb. It's dumb. But since we have to redo it, I would get rid of the commercial thing. It's like every fucking thing is a game, like a commercial for a game. Get rid of that nonsense.
And that's the thing, though. That's what people want to see, though.
Do they want to see that shit?
Oh, yeah, because they're always like, "What's going to be announced? What's going to be announced?" Well, it's going to be announced on a
no. Okay, my bad. I mean, like it seems like even the actual categories are just an excuse to sell you a game. You know what I'm saying? Instead of celebrating
like
the game.
Nintendo when it came out singing and all that shit.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Or when the cast of The Walking Dead came up and they won Game of the Year.
Yeah, like come on, son. Like who's going to win just based on who's sitting down in the audience.
The cast of The Walking Dead. When did that? Not the TV show. Cast.
No.
No. It was a TV show cast.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember that either, but I don't watch these things, so that could have happened. You know what I'm saying?
Remember that? Oh, you would think Clementine or something would come up.
Yeah. Anyway,
come on, man. They're not gonna bring.
Anybody else? Anybody else?
What do you mean? She's the franchise of the game. That's what's selling. Rick is not even in any of it.
Obviously not. The freaking studio is canceled.
Oh
man.
Yeah. Anyway, what else? What other new things would you do with game categories? Anything different?
I like the proposition about having graphics split in it because I like sort of like the best stylized game sort of thing.
Yeah.
And the best technically graphic wise game or whatever. That's a bad way to put it, but
you know what, I'm gonna go with that too because you're right about that. You can't have like fucking Gravity Rush going up against The Witcher or something. That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
like God of War.
That's just art direction, though.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I agree with that. Split them up. Tanks, I can't. If I did, I couldn't be able to answer that. He asked me if I got my review copy of Red Dead. If I did, I couldn't even answer it live, brother. But thank you for asking. But yeah, I agree with that. You got to split those up because that makes no fucking sense. Okay, the next part here is nomination/winning process. How would you change or update that?
Can I just interject really quickly?
Yes.
Is there a category for best new IP?
Probably.
Yeah. Best new game
cool.
of the year. And
Yeah.
stuff. They do those.
All right. Anyway, what about the nomination process? Would you change anything about it? And if so, what?
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking put a beta as game of the year.
Oh shit!
Oh, that's right.
Remember that, man?
But they said that was by viewer's choice. That was by people's choosing.
No, but it shouldn't have even been an
It shouldn't have been.
No,
Period.
you
Yeah.
gotta give the people what they want.
No, you don't.
If you don't, then they're like,
No,
"Oh, you're
it
not
has to be
listening
a
to the
complete
people.
game.
You don't give a shit about us. You corporate sellouts. You don't care. This is what we're playing right now.
It is
You
the
don't want to
sellout
add
right
it?
now.
Go to hell.
Yeah.
Go to hell.
But it's already a sellout because it's an award
You can't
show.
make people happy, man. You can't. You can't.
But then Adam, that is Democracy 101. Like,
That's it. No, the award show. The award show is within the heart. What do you think should have won? All right, commercial break, and we're out.
So Adam, you just dismissing this entire question then.
Yeah, it's just pointless.
Either way, you can't make anybody happy, but at least
No.
you'll make yourself happy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like your personal award show, Adam. Your personal. What would you do?
My personal, then nobody will watch it. So it's in my head
It
right
don't
now.
matter. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the whole
It's in
point
my
of
top
this.
10 right now on my PlayStation. That's my personal. These are the games I play. You know, but
Spontaneous Tone said that PUBG being nominated wasn't the gamer's choice.
it wasn't again. Whose choice was it? Because people were playing that shit.
That committee thing that they have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and now we're gonna have the
people were
Throwdown
playing it. There
committee,
was like
man.
what, like 10 million people or something. And those voices had to be heard. You can't not mention when everyone's playing a certain game, like, oh, game of the year. Well, the game of the year right now that's being played is this one. Nah.
I'm
Well, too
getting
fucking
rid of-
bad. The game ain't finished. We ain't talking
I'm
about
breaking
that
up
shit.
that committee, by the way.
Yeah.
Under my rule, I'm breaking up that
Yeah,
committee.
I agree. Get rid of it. Well,
Break
this is
up
the
the
Throwdown. Yeah, this is the Throwdown committee anyway. You know,
Yeah,
we're
we
doing
don't
that
need another
shit.
Committee. Fuck them.
You know.
You know what? I got a better one. I got
All
a
right, go
better
ahead.
idea. There you go. I'll throw the games up there, right? But let's say for a certain category. I don't know, best, whatever. For me, sport game. There you go. And then I would say here, now you have to either tweet this number or like a poll. Do like a poll setting. We're gonna now go and do like one of these previews, see some other game that you probably won't want to buy. When we come back, we'll give the results. Whoever had the highest number wins. There you go.
So just
So
pure
you guys
people's
pick.
awards, right?
Yep. The
No.
people
Just,
we
just
can't.
rename it. Just rename it the Fortnite Awards. Then
You know, exactly.
Well,
Fortnite's gonna win
and-
everything.
There you go. But then again, it also comes down to who's watching these things. Because then it's like, not everybody watches that shit. A certain audience watches these type of things.
So Adam, I would do what you do, but instead of just texting, I'll say donate $1 for your vote. And then I'll make a lot of money, and then I wouldn't give a fuck who won.
There you go. $1 for your vote. Right?
Yep.
Penny for your thought, $1 for your thought. Get it done.
All right. Anyway, what about the nomination/winning process? So you just have it purely just people cast their votes.
Just cast the votes, so then that way they can't bitch. They can bitch amongst themselves about
You-
who did what.
You can do what the Academy was doing or they're talking about with the Oscars, like best popular movie. Like you can have best popular game, and then you can have game of the year.
so basically, the Zeitgeist Award.
Exactly.
By the way, I like what Damien just said. If Throwdown had an award show, it'll only have Sony games.
Oh, David, you know.
We ain't putting
You know what
CFEs on
I
that
You
shit.
play, you know, see a thief, see a trash, you know. Oh man. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Yeah, the nomination winning process would just be, since it's a Throwdown Awards, it's just us 7 here. You know, it'll just be, you know, the game that wins the most. You know, that's it. What's going on, Red?
Here's one. How about this? We can't nominate a game for more than 2 categories.
Oh, I like that one.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I agree with that because I don't want. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was literally about to say the same thing that you were, Tony.
Yeah.
Like, I'm finding that there's just too many games in like too many. No, sorry, the same game in too many groups, and then it just makes it a bit weird. It's like, yes, this game is good, but why is it in every single like group? It makes no sense.
How many games would you put per category?
I say
per
5.
category.
I say 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 5 is a good number.
You know,
I mean, like what you could. I remember Uncharted was like that. It was in a bunch of categories because it was a shooter, pretty much. You're just a mass serial killer and just murdering people. But then it had great story, so it was known as a action adventure.
yeah, but there are because you're right. There are generally games that do fit into a lot of categories, so you got to account for that. But at the same time, you don't want you want to be more cognizant of the game being just too spread out. You know what I'm saying? So I would be a little bit more just aware of that, try to limit it as much as possible, I wouldn't even put Uncharted in the shooter category to begin with. How about that?
Action adventure?
Yep, just action adventure.
Action adventure.
But
majority of the time, all you're doing is shooting.
No, not really. It's about half and half, because actually it's not half and half. It's like it's like one third is exploring, the other third is platforming.
Exploring areas to kill people.
No, but it's not just to kill people because you got to solve puzzles too. There's a lot of shit. It's not just shooting.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It falls into a bunch of different categories. But
Uncharted 4 did a better job at it.
Yeah,
but
the balance.
Uncharted 3 was like a fucking you just fucking spend like a fucking hour just shooting sponges.
Dana says give other games aside Spider-Man chance. Of course. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
God damn it! I had a point to make and I forgot. But yeah, so if you want to extend this a little bit more,
yeah, man. We still got one more part. He goes funding, which is kind of interesting. But anyway, what were you gonna say, man?
What 5? Okay, so we kind of answered a part of this question during the last show, which like our game of the year so far.
Yeah.
So what would be our top 5 games of the year?
Uh-oh.
To give the people an idea of what would be in it as of today.
Ooh, okay, let's get into it, man.
All right, I can start.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would have Spider-Man, God of War, surprise, surprise, Monster Hunter Worlds. What the fuck else came out this year?
I don't know.
Sea of Thieves, son. Fortnite,
there was a bunch of
Fortnite
shit
on Switch.
Fortnite on Switch, Skyrim on Switch.
Your Mario Odyssey shit came out this year.
No,
No,
that
it
came out
didn't.
last
That was
year.
last year, bro.
That was last year. That was holiday last year.
I don't know. I just got that crap.
Man, Mario Odyssey came out this year.
Yo, Adam, you hate every game except the Vision now, I noticed.
No,
man.
there's like 3 others I don't. But dude, this shit, man, this is fucking whack. I'm waiting for Mark of the Ninja on Switch. That's gonna be fun. That and Diablo.
Mark of the Ninja's so good.
Isn't that shit old?
It's old, but it's still on the go, and it's awesome. They added some stuff to it. Love it.
You can get that shit on Steam for like $1.
Oh, I got it on. I already have it on Steam. I can't take Steam everywhere I go though.
Yeah,
Motherfuckers.
I'll just use Dana's choice and just put Red Dead.
Yeah, Red Dead, of course. You got to throw that in there. Yeah, I'm gonna go with everything Carlos just said. Spider-Man, God of War, Red Dead, fucking I'm gonna throw Dragon Quest 11. I'm gonna throw that shit in there. And let me go to my list. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry.
No, go ahead. Because I got to look at my list anyway. What the fuck?
Detroit.
Monster Hunter, obviously. I don't know if I would put Detroit personally. Great game though. Yeah, Monster Hunter. Let me just go down my list. Monster Hunter World, God of War, Dragon Quest 11, Spider-Man, and I got one more, right? Oh yeah, Red Dead. Okay, that's my list. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. All right, who's keeping a tally on this shit?
Me. I went, and then Tony went.
All right, go ahead, Chris. You go now.
For me, it's like similar to you guys. It's Monster Hunter World, God of War, Spider-Man. Only I would, I guess, we're all saving a slot for Red Dead Redemption 2. So that's the fourth one. For me,
the
the
game, as Adam would say, the butter game.
Would probably be Far Cry 5.
Ooh, okay.
I would put that.
Yeah. Now currently the second best-selling game of the year. I didn't know it was the first main-selling game until Spider-Man came out. What the fuck? You know?
Which one?
Oh, Far Cry 5. The best-selling. It was formerly the best-selling game of the year.
Yeah.
This is despite the fact that all the journalists shitted on it. That goes to show you, doesn't it? But we don't need to talk about that now, do we?
Oh, it's always been like that, though. Look at Venom. Look at Venom.
Yeah, that's right.
Venom
you know,
can't shit on it. Still blowing it away in the box office.
it's crazy, man.
By the way, I still haven't played Forza Horizon 4. Which
It's a racing game. That shit don't count. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah,
I don't play pickup ball.
there goes our funding. It was all Microsoft.
You know,
Yeah. that was like the game we needed to add to get Microsoft's money, man.
yeah, right. Anyway, Chris, did you list 5?
Yeah, it was Spider-Man, God of War, Monster Hunter. I saved a slot for Red Dead Redemption 2, and then Far Cry 5. So that's,
Yeah.
5
All right,
games.
Brian, I'm going to leave you out of this one because you don't play new games.
I do play games, just not
Yeah,
the
new
year that they
games.
come out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't play new games. That's what I said. You know.
I don't think I played a game that came out this year yet. No,
Don't worry, the year's almost over. So
no. I guess Monster Hunter might be like the first game I played this year.
Oh shit.
When I get to it like next month, but yeah.
Oh, word. Red Infamy says Red Dead ain't coming close to God of War.
yeah, right. It's not gonna come close. It's going to surpass. I think even the pre-orders alone, man. I mean, if there's one thing, at least here in America, that people love, freaking cowboy and Native American killing, and that's what's gonna happen in this.
By the way, yeah.
what's gonna happen.
By the way, it's Brian with a I, not with a Y. He ain't that fancy.
I'm Mr. Normal Brian, not the Super Saiyan Brian.
You know, exactly.
I think the only time you use the Y is when you're using the T. for
Okay, hold
Brian.
on. Yeah, Red says you mean the popularity contest game awards. No, we're doing the Throwdown Awards. You know, but you're right about the Jeff Keighley Awards. I think Red Dead's going to steal that show. I agree. I think that's going to steal the whole
Well,
thing.
I think it's going to be some Nintendo show because he's all buddy with the Reginator. So I think it's going to be another freaking. I don't know. They'll give it to like Mario Tennis or some stupid shit.
Well, Smash Brothers is coming.
There you go, Smash Brothers, which is whack. But
Nah, it's going to be
whatever,
Red Dead. You know, it's going to be Red Dead Watch.
See, there you go.
Adam, go, anyway, 5 games this year. Your top 5.
My top 5 this year. Man, I don't think there's any. I mean, like that's the thing. Also, if I play, yeah, it's good, but I can't say. I mean, God of War is up there, of course. Spider-Man is up there, but man, that's it. I mean, Cuphead. I played a little bit. I got bored real quick.
By the way, you people are seeing you people are seeing why we didn't have an award show last year.
There aren't that many great standout games.
Yeah.
The Division patch 2.05.
No, the 1.83. Get it straight.
Wildlands, son.
1.83.
Wildlands,
They're
man.
They're regretting that PAX 2. Thanks for bringing that shit up. They're regretting it, and we're probably not going to get a 1.84 because they've already moved everybody over. So, but Wildlands, no, man. I don't even need a new Wildlands unless they just change the name to A-Team, and just they added a lot of fixings at the end, but at that point, I mean. That was a grindy game too. That was up there with Spider-Man too, grindy.
And you play that shit all that time to get that platinum.
But that's what I wasn't happy about it. That's just a completionist in me pissed off the whole damn time trying to play because I knew it was obtainable, and it's like shit. Now I got to steal another truck for gasoline, and now these guys are shooting at it, and it's leaking gas. I'm not gonna get all the gas. That means we'll have to do this shit again. Stupid shit like that.
Yeah, Brett, what are your top 5 of the year so far?
I mean, Spider-Man is on there. God of War is on there. I absolutely forgot. I wasn't paying attention for a minute. Is Monster Hunter this year or was that last year?
This year.
Monster Hunter would be on there. I'm having trouble coming up with more than that though.
Yeah. I know you're not. Yeah, I know you're not gonna save a slot for Red Dead.
I mean, I'll probably play it, but I'm gonna save a slot for Fallout.
There you go.
I'm really enjoying Assassin's Creed Odyssey, actually. More than I have probably any Assassin's Creed game since Black Flag, but that could be in large part due to the fact that I took a sanity break from the last couple titles. So this is my first time back playing for a while. So, I was kind of getting franchise fatigue, and since they wouldn't stop putting them out, I just stopped playing them for a little while. So that could have a lot to do with it, but it is a damn fine game.
There you go. No, I can't wait to play it, man. All right, Carlos, what's the tally?
Wait, what happened?
Do the fucking tally, man.
What tally?
The tally of the games, man. What's going to be in our category for game of the year?
Oh,
I thought you were keeping track, motherfucker.
Red Dead, God of War, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, and
And this is in order, you're saying, right?
Well, then Monster Hunter, then Spider-Man, then God of War, then Red Dead, and then I don't know what the other one was.
All right, that's good enough. 3. That's
Fallout. Fallout makes it on there by default.
No, it doesn't.
Because my fifth was Detroit.
Yeah,
but I think I'm the only one that said that.
Yeah, everybody had a
Detroit was pretty fucking good though.
Yeah, everybody had a different 5th game, or at least the guys who participated had a different 5th game.
The funny thing is, we're guessing about some games that haven't come out yet.
Yeah,
because Tony's was Dragon Quest.
Yes.
Chris's was what was Chris's?
Far Cry 5.
Far Cry 5. Brett was Fallout. Mine was Detroit. Brian is ineligible, and Adam was. He had like 2 games.
I mean, Brian's ineligible because he ain't a citizen, man.
Funny thing is, Carlos didn't actually have to listen to us have any of that discussion in order to come up with those tally numbers. He could have just been watching a movie for the last 20 minutes.
Oh no, I don't have any numbers. I just that's what I remember people were mentioning the most.
Oh, Red Infamy says that Fallout is going to get a higher score than Red Dead Redemption.
Ooh,
I don't know about
put money on this. Well, against that.
Yo, Red, you want to bet with this motherfucker?
That's not happening.
Because
I don't even know if I'm gonna take that bet.
You know,
Red Dead Redemption, Rockstar.
You know, I'm not taking that bet. I'm not taking that
Cowboys and
bet.
natives.
I mean, here's the thing though. Fallout is. I think a lot of people are not taking Fallout that serious. Like, it is a powerhouse franchise that has reached pretty critical saturation. I mean, you just look at the marketing. Like, the fucking loot box has just a Fallout themed loot box. And I know that they have a fucking everything, but the point is that it's still a huge title that's going to be coming out, and it's going to really appeal to a lot of people who have been wanting to play an online Bethesda game for a while. So
I'm a bigger Fallout fan than Red Dead fan, but I know.
Yeah, she says that Fallout has a greater cult following than Red Dead Redemption. I agree
that
with
is
you.
absolutely true.
Oh yeah,
but
here's the thing: cult following doesn't mean mainstream following. There's a big difference there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I mean, if you're talking about just scores, I don't know, man. Like, she could be right. Like, people will like love Fallout. They will excuse some shit with Fallout.
Yeah.
No, people are just gonna run out to buy Red Dead just because that's like the game to get. When they go
Fallout,
into a Best Buy or something, and I'm like, where should I get Red Dead? Okay, thanks.
No, I agree. She says that Fallout has a big bias. It does, but so does fucking Rockstar games.
Yeah,
you know?
can I just say something? Mention something?
Go ahead.
Red Dead Redemption could be a bland game, and it'll still get a 90.
That's true. I agree. Easily, just by existing, it's going to be in the 90s. You know,
because there's no bigger hype machine than a Rockstar hype machine.
Exactly.
And
be
plus,
interesting.
Red Dead is so expansive, at least a single player, so it won't even get critiqued for the multiplayer.
No
so
one's gonna give a fuck. You know.
Yeah, so like the single player is so big and expansive, like that people like whoever reviews this is not gonna get through like half of it, like when they release their scores.
Yeah.
Not only that, you could do so much.
She says 92 with Red Dead.
I didn't
what do you
watch
think
the
about
video
that?
because, like I said, I'm not watching the video. But
right.
I did read about the fishing and the hunting and stuff, and that's like it's a game in itself. Just doing all that stuff.
Yeah. No, Red Dead is gonna eat time, man.
It's gonna take some of that. Was it Cabrera hunting people?
Yeah, right.
They're gonna stop playing that shit. I'm like, damn, I gotta play some Red Dead. Get my hunting fix on.
I'm telling you though, watch out. Fallout's gonna come out, and it's got everything that it needs to win.
I don't. But well, I'm hearing people bitching about the fact that you have to play against other people.
That shit doesn't matter. I mean, there will be
some people they do.
No, for some people it is. But here's the thing: there is a reason. Well, let me pull up my DayZ soapbox. I have it dust off. I have to. Okay. There was a reason DayZ was so successful, and that was the inherent nature of sharing gameplay. In an immersive gameplay type of game like this, it becomes about a player's story. It becomes about the cool thing that they built or the cool interaction that they had.
I can't wait to have the same conversation in 20 years.
Right? I'll still be talking about DayZ. That makes it inherently almost mimetic. It gives it a very strong presence in social media, and it gives it a cult following in things like Let's Plays. Because unlike every other game where you might actually watch to try and, just watch, I guess, like I have found myself in things like DayZ or Ark or something like that, like looking up a building tutorial or something like that. There is a social media following to these types of games and an inherent open sharing that is going to make this dominate social media. I mean, people will be talking about Red Dead, but you will see Twitter explode over people showing off their Fallout builds, and Reddit will collapse under the pressure of people telling their fucking Fallout stories, because that's the whole point of that game, and that's where the critical success for this game is going to come from.
Well, remember that the 76 has no ending. They wanted to go on for forever, as long as the company's still around. They said they have no plans of ever ending it.
Yeah, like if this sounds weird, if there's a game that could at least kick a leg out from under Fortnite, it's going to be Fallout 76.
No, it would be Smash Brothers.
We'll have to see.
Not even anybody. They got to drop the price to free then, because that's what's killing it with Fortnite.
Yeah, the chat
they
is
were charging. Nobody was buying that shit.
Yeah, the chat is pretty divided on this. Half of them say Red Dead's gonna kill Fallout. The other half are saying Fallout's gonna kill Red Dead. This is gonna be interesting.
Another McGregor fight.
And we're only talking about scores here because, like, obviously the other part is kind of subjective.
Yeah, but I want to read what Nate says. He goes, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to kill Fallout 76 in scores, and I am a huge Fallout fan, and even I am on the fence with Fallout 76. Interesting.
See,
I'm the same boat.
I'm not worried about Fallout 76 at all. Like, give me Fallout 5. That's what I'd rather play, you know?
If Fallout 76 actually works, it'll be a landmark occasion, because it'll be taking an already... I mean, you go on and look at the Steam top sellers. These open world survival games constantly dominate the sales charts, and nobody has been able to make the transition to the console audience yet. And when they do, that share button is going to fucking set on fire. And I will agree, Red Dead is probably going to get a higher critical score, because these games also have inherent jinx and bugs in it. So it's gonna get that. But in terms of the Zeitgeist Award, I'd give it to Fallout.
Interesting. This is gonna be good.
I disagree. I give it to Red Dead. Because one, it's Rockstar. Like, how many people went crazy when they released a damn poster for the game?
You know, I would agree with you if it had online. If it had all the videos of here's how to earn all the money, here's all the super secrets and all the blah blah that actually drives interest in a game. If they had all that at launch, I would absolutely agree. But Fallout will dominate. You will see 5-to-1 you will see 5 times as many Fallout posts on Twitter and Reddit and shit than you will Red Dead posts, and that is inherently due to the nature of the game. But from the outside looking, you're just going to hear a whole lot about Fallout.
What about streaming? You think people are going to be streaming more of Fallout than Red Dead?
Oh God, yes, infinitely so.
Oh, I disagree. You know what? You know what? Every Thursday and every time we do a throwdown, I will check like the top stream games on Twitch, and then we can compare.
All right.
Because that is the only metric.
That sounds fair.
And then I think that's fair because like all platforms can stream to those platforms. Wow, that was weird. So I think that's a good comparison, and I think that Red Dead will just win.
All right.
I have nothing against Fallout. I just don't think that it actually will be competing with Red Dead.
Yeah, I agree with Brian on this one. I think Red Dead's gonna blow that shit out the water.
This is gonna be the game that people went crazy for when they seen the damn poster. Like, I've never seen anyone get so praised over a damn poster. We even had like other developers were going through and like making their own version of the Red Dead poster. A fucking poster, like what?
Yo, when Fallout 76
Skyrim helmet wasn't fucking everywhere when Bethesda dropped that game for the first time.
Yeah, but how many people were actually like making their own version of it? Like, we had like the Warframe devs, we had like different types of developers were making their own version of the Red Dead poster.
Not only that, think of all the people
that damn poster that has nothing.
Think all the people playing GTA 5 right now. Think all the young kids that are just playing it because they're like, oh well, this the online and all that, and they know that Red Dead is coming, and they know that that's going to be the thing, and they were like, well, I didn't really play the other ones. I'll jump into this one just for the campaign at first, so that way I can get my legs and know how to play. Yeah, I'm going to get that one. They're going to follow their buddies.
Oh no, I agree. There are probably going to be more sales of Red Dead. There will probably be a higher critical review of Red Dead, but you're going to hear more about Fallout. Is all I'm saying.
When it comes out on Switch, what? No,
Yeah,
Get out of here with that
Okay.
bullshit. Ain't even coming no Switch.
Brett,
it's not.
we're gonna hear more about Fallout because it is gonna be more broken up of a game.
That's very, very possible. That's the thing I'm thinking of in the back of my head.
Very
in the brain on
likely.
this Is
Yeah, no, it is entirely
fairly decent chance
happen.
that the game is just going to be broken as shit, and but that's still like people weirdly still share that stuff. Like I think I'm just saying, like, prepare for this game to have a pretty big presence. Like I know it seems like the only reason I bring this up is because a lot of people in the panel here seem to be thinking it's almost like a David and Goliath situation. And I'm not saying that Fallout is going to like dominate. What I am saying is it's not the puny run that you guys think it is. Watch this thing hook and hook hard.
I don't think it's a puny run. I just think this particular game may not do that well. I like if it was Fallout 5, it'd be a different situation. I'd be like, ooh,
Yeah, I think this is,
okay.
like, the
I don't know
new
which
Vegas
one's.
to-
Yeah, like you understand where I'm coming from, Brett? If there was a Fallout 5, I'd be like, okay, this is some serious contender for Red Dead. This is some. Yeah, go ahead.
I hear what you're saying, and this game will have a really weird. It'll also have kind of a slow burn because it's going to be the constant twitching or the constant YouTube videos or the constant posts and the tweets that are going to be driving the continual sales of this game. I mean, Brian, like, has Ark fallen off of the top 10 most highly purchased games yet on Steam, or is it still up there for some ungodly reason?
Purchase games, we don't have a way to actually see that anymore. But top played games, I'll actually check. Give me 5 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, we didn't fully answer the question. I love it, but it's all good. Do you even want to keep answering this question? Because he wants to ask us about funding now. Like, how will we change the funding? Make it all Patreon. I don't want any corporate shit. All from the fans.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. Just from fans. I don't want any corporate shit. Then we have to hawk their products.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'm like, oh yeah, we gave you $50,000. Why didn't you like Mega Man 15?
By the way, what's going on? Richard Bailey Jr. He goes, a Rockstar game is an event. This studio doesn't release a new game every 2 to 3 years, so by default, that will blow everything out the water. In my opinion, Red Dead 2 will also own NPDs well into 2019 and beyond. Damn, I'm with Rich.
Beyond.
Oh, I agree. Look at fucking GTA 5, son.
I mean, right
I'm
now,
telling
like
you,
Rich
man.
Bell said, everybody has to try to knock off the big dog on the top of the charts, which is WWE 2K19.
Get out of here with that
Right
bullshit.
now, that's smashing it. People don't know yet. Wait till they see those numbers.
Yeah, man. All right, let's move on, man. Oh, go ahead.
I had a quick look at stats, and Ark is currently the 14th most played game on Steam at the moment.
What's the number one game on Steam? What are they playing?
You know what it is. You know what it is.
Really? It's Fortnite?
Of
PUBG?
course.
No, it's
PUBG.
what would you say?
Yeah, it's PUBG.
PUBG? Really?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. Don't you?
it was the second.
What the fuck is still playing PUBG?
A
I
lot
thought
of
Dota 2
people.
would be.
Currently, 315,000 people on Steam right now, with a peak of over 1 million people. Keep in mind, a peak of today of 1 million.
That's
Not peak in like last,
insane.
no, peak today, 1 million people.
Yo,
And
this
that's only
shows you
Steam.
how out of touch I am with these fucking streamers. I thought PUBG was already fucking dead because of Fortnite.
No,
See?
PUBG is not. People were saying that it's dead. Like, no, it's not dead. It still has a following, and the following is still strong, but just not as big as it used to be by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
What's
Ooh,
number two,
spontaneous
Brian?
tone is right. Fortnite is not on Steam. That is right.
Yes, that is true as well.
Yes. Okay, never mind.
Number
That changes
two is
everything.
Dota.
Yeah,
Yep,
Dota.
knew
Yeah,
it.
Dota. Obviously. What about whatchamacallit? The fucking
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
You already-
CS, Counter-Strike.
Yes. That's the
Counter
top
Strike
five.
is number 3.
Mhm.
Rainbow
I
Six
fucking knew it.
is number 4, and guess what number 5 is?
GTA
You never
5.
believe this? No, it's not.
The
It's
Division.
lower. No, it's not. I'll tell you
Heroes
this, you
of the
guys are
Storm.
already stunned. Number 5 is Monster Hunter World.
Really?
Oh,
Man, ever since EA took off FIFA, man, if they would have put FIFA on there, I'm sure FIFA would always be on top.
And it beats out Team Fortress 2 and Warframe as well.
Wow. What about Overwatch? Where's that?
No, that's not on the
That's
It's
Blizzard.
Blizzard, yeah, Blizzard.
Battle.net.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Interesting.
No Hearthstone on there either.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very interesting. All right, man, let's move on here. Black Metal Gamer. So his first question is, what are your most memorable game, or what are your favorite gaming intros and title screens?
Well, that's a tough one. I gotta think about that.
Dude,
Yeah,
I
right.
gotta say, Spider-Man's intro kind of blew me away.
The title screen?
No, just the way that they leapt immediately into the way they transitioned from like the starting screen into the gameplay. I thought was really good.
Okay. Do we count that, by the
when
way?
you jump out the window and shit, like when like it starts like the original scroll, and then you just gotta jump, leap out the window. That counts, doesn't it? Or are we talking about like the main menu title?
Yeah, we're
screen?
talking about main menu stuff, where it loops back around,
Simple. Wait, is it this generation or just in
Any generation,
general?
doesn't matter. Any generation.
God of War 3?
God of War 3 was pretty
seeing,
dope.
like Kratos is like half face, just intensely just breathing there. Like that shit was intense. I mean, I was like, this guy is mad as fuck right now.
For me, it's Street Fighter versus X-Men. Yeah, I think that was it. Because just the guy the announcer got me fucking hyped. Like, are you ready, true believers? Capcom and Marvel have joined forces once again to bring you X-Men versus Street Fighter. It's the greatest fighting game ever. Like you got hyped just watching that fucking intro. We watched that shit on a loop. That was good. The one for Street Fighter Alpha 2 was really good with the fucking cinemas and shit. And then Street Fighter Alpha 2. Fucking insane, man. Yeah, no, but Street Fighter. No, I'm forgetting. No, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. That was it. That intro fucks me up. Even though that game was not as good as X-Men versus Street Fighter.
Dude, I got one.
Go ahead.
Detroit.
Oh, with the girl? Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, dude. Like, how many texts did I send you? I'm like, this bitch has ESPN, man.
ESPN?
Yes. Like,
where's that joke from? That you got that from somewhere, right?
I forget by this point. It's just from somewhere.
Yeah, I just remember that from a long time ago. That show was funny. God damn it.
But yeah, like, dude, that thing like lured your play. Have be like, oh, you played pretty late last night. Are you tired? You're like, get out of my head, bitch.
Yeah, a lot
It
of
was
those.
the only titles that actually kind of like interacted with you and fucked with you. And at the end, like, I was like, I kind of cared. It was hard to make to put away the game and be like, oh man, I kind of look forward to seeing her.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I got another one because he didn't say how many we could have. Super Street Fighter 2. Remember that shit with Ryu, that big ass Ryu bopping up and down?
Bopping up and down, yeah.
And then with the Hadouken at the end, man, that fucked me up. Man, that was good. Like the Capcom in general had some of the dopest fucking intros back in the day, man. Actually, here's another one. Speaking about Capcom, Mega Man 2. When it scrolls up the building and shit, you see Mega Man. My man's chilling. He doesn't even have his helmet on. Then when the music kicks in, and the helmet, oh fuck, I'm losing my mind just thinking about it right now. Like he looks so fucking epic at the top of this building. Just looking, and some shit is about to go down. Mega Man's about to fuck somebody up right now. And then you press start, the helmet comes on. He leaps away. Oh, so fucking good, man. So fucking good.
Hey.
All right, come on, guys.
I remember Ninja Gaiden on NES had a great intro. Seeing the two ninjas
Yeah, that was
in
crazy.
the brush. Yeah. That was cool. Castlevania, when Simon Belmont walks up to the gate and he cracks his whip and the lightning's crashing.
Yes. Red Infamy says Shinobi is her favorite. Shinobi was fucking dope too. And they says Persona 5. But what is Persona 5's? Oh yeah, that is a good fucking intro. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna mention that.
Yeah, that is a good one, man. Ooh, Persona 5 is so good. When his lips is so good.
Yeah,
All right, come on, guys, let's go. Game intros.
Halo has pretty good game intros, in general. But
I think Gears had some good ones. Had some good lead-in ones, and you see the flames and everything around the Gear logo. And then Call of Duty had a few cool ones too.
even the Halo title screens are just so freaking epic because that song like that it never fucking gets old.
Yeah, see, General of War, you already know what's up, man. Super Street Fighter 2, Ryu intro with the fireball, that's it, man. That's all you need, son.
That's
Right.
amazing because I didn't know how they did that shit.
Yeah, right? It's like, how? Just seeing Ryu that fucking big. But even the old one, remember the two guys beating the shit out of each other?
Yeah.
That was good, too.
One gets
You know?
punched.
Like, that music gets you pumped, you know?
That beefy punch noise. He punches that dude. Yeah, you're ready.
Man, when you hear that shit, you want to fuck somebody up. Man, remember arcades in general, man? Like, you would just go buy those arcade cabinets. Those fucking intros would just blow your mind away, man.
Well, did you see that arcade 1-up? The one they have for the Street Fighter series? They have 3 of them in there, 3 games. It's like $2.99.
Well, I don't even know that one, man.
Oh, look those up. Arcade cabinets. It's arcade1up.com.
General War Classic 90s, you mean? Street Fighter 2 came out in 1991. You're thinking about Street Fighter. We ain't talking about Street Fighter. The original, we ain't talking about that
original
game.
one? No.
Hell no. Oh, the intro of Resident Evil 1. Remember how corny that shit was? The full motion video?
The live action?
Yeah.
Yeah, shit.
You know?
Yo, best voice acting ever.
Yep. I'm going to start picking people now. Brett.
What?
Arcade intros or intros in general for games.
I already said Detroit's probably my top
Pick
one.
another one, man.
We don't like that one. Pick another one.
I actually like the Smash intros. Like I think they're always pretty entertaining.
There you go. There you go. That's good. Because again, even though Detroit's kind of trippy, but I'm thinking like classic shit. Yep, Smash Brothers has some classic shit. What about you, Adam?
No, I already said mine.
Just say some more, man. Come on, we got to get old school. We got to teach these youngins, man, about the old school games, man.
But maybe Royal Rumble, that was in the arcade because you would see all the wrestlers there and it's getting all pumped and seeing Hogan flexing and shit. So you press the controller, put in your quarters to play. There's a few of those. Mortal Kombat, people love to see those old Mortal Kombat ones. You walk by and you see all the blood and stuff, and they do a little cinematic of
Mortal Kombat. Hell yeah, that shit was crazy, man. You saw that shit?
Yeah, you're like, oh damn, I need to get this.
Yep. Barry Burns says Resident Evil 1 Barry was dope. Just saying. Did he put a little Venom emoji there? Crazy. All right, man. Let's move on here. Okay, this is actually asked by Black Metal Gamer and Hussein. About the new Switch. What do we want to see in the new Switch? If it's true, do we want more power? Do we want a bigger screen, better resolution? What do you want to see in this thing?
I mean, the new chipset in there, and the Tegra 2, put that in there, and that's it. Just more power, really, is what it needs. Just so we know it's going to stay relevant. Because right now they're just struggling to get the last gen games on there. We see it all the time.
Yeah,
So
the thing
it
is,
just needs
they
more
can't
power.
go too ham with the power because they still got to make it compatible with the other games.
Well,
But yeah,
do something.
yeah, but yeah, I say I want, when you put it in the dock, it actually does make it a little beefier. You know what I'm saying? Like that would
It's
be
hard.
good. Like,
Speaking of that, so I docked it yesterday. Because what was I trying to play? I was playing the Mario game, and I know some other shit that I've been playing on there. Fuck, all Doom. Playing Doom looks so bad. Oh my lord.
well, that's because you're playing a 4K TV. That's why, dude.
Yeah, it looks so bad. I was like, I can't do this shit. So I played the old Nintendo games on there. That was fine. Super Mario, Brothers 3 and those have Double Dragon and stuff. That was fun.
Yeah.
But man, it just doesn't look good. Any of these games, docked. I don't care what people say. It don't look good, docked.
Well, if you don't have a 4K TV, because to me they look fine, for the most part. Like, so don't get me wrong, like Zelda does look questionable because it's 900p. You can see it's kind of blurry and shit, but Mario looks fucking fantastic. But yeah, I just want the dock to give it actually more power, so like it could actually have like higher frames a second and like maybe more like shit on the screen, But as for the other stuff, because again, I don't really use it portably, so I don't really care about a better screen or whatever. I just want more power from the actual dock itself, which is how I use it, Brett, what about you? Since you use Switch, what kind of revisions would you like to see?
Just pretty much a longer battery life. That's really all I need. I don't want to see a huge flip. I don't want to see them divide the player base. I don't want to change it all that much.
Yeah. Zarzway says, how about a new Switch that has a bezel-less screen with coming Gorilla Glass?
Yeah, that'd be nice, but it's not needed. You know, if they say right now, oh look, it's just got without the bezel on the screen, that's great, but that's not a reason to go buy it. You know, I'm thinking of a reason for people to run out and have to get this upgrade.
Yeah. By the way, spontaneous tone. We're talking about hardware, not software. He wants the virtual console. That's software.
No,
But yeah, but when I'm thinking about upgrade, I'm thinking more about along the lines of the 3DS upgrade, because that one gave you, it has games that you could only play on it, but you can still play the old shit, because you definitely don't want to alienate the people that already have the system. But that's also what's holding it back.
But you know what? I don't give a shit because Nintendo don't give a shit, because then when they made the new Nintendo 3DS that played Super NES games, and they were like, oh, but the 3DS is out now. Why can't that? But well, it can't. This one can do the Super Nintendo. That one can't. They did that.
I
that
agree.
was 2 years after.
Yeah, I agree with you. But in general, most like they didn't have an entire library of games that you couldn't play on your old 3DS. Understand?
Yeah, but that's not going to happen with this one either.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, they're going to say, hey, certain new games, they'll play like shit, like the way the Pro and the X work. Your normal one will be okay, but if you want the full experience, you're going to have to get this one.
Yeah, Nintendo really painted themselves into a corner with this system, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially when it comes to all the third party, like the bigger third party, all these great smaller indie games, beautiful on it. But when you see these bigger ones, look how they're struggling. Like Wolfenstein got pushed back a bunch of times. When it finally came out, like, it sucks. And these are old games that are struggling.
But at the same time, I guess that's not what that's not the reason you're buying the system. You know what I'm saying?
You're buying this so you can take these things on the go. That's what people are doing. Everybody that I know, that I have it, other buddies of mine, they all have it on their desks. It's to go. It's not to do it at home. At home, they have, whether they're PC for Steam or a Pro or an X or something. They don't give a shit. They just want the experience of those type of games on the go.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what you. I completely agree with you, but specifically for me, I have it because it has Nintendo exclusives. I don't really care about the mobile aspect of it.
That's. I mean, how many of the exclusives did you get? Like, do you like the?
I bought it for the online.
Yeah, I think I bought most of the exclusives they put out. I have, like, this year I bought Octopath and Captain Toad and Bayonetta.
They didn't give a shit about that. Don't care about Bayonetta.
Well, that's
huge.
Yeah, I bought
but it's not
too.
just me, because those
I haven't played them yet, but I got them.
Those aren't in their top sellers. Zelda and Mario Kart, those are the top sellers.
Yeah, but I bought those already.
Yeah, we got those too.
Exactly.
We got
That's
those
what I'm
already.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, then they have to rely on the third parties.
Yeah, and those are doing very well for them, But again, my thing is, like, as I always said, why am I going to buy an indie game on Switch that I could have already bought on PS4 3 years ago?
To take it on the go.
But I don't play on the go.
There you go. You're not on the go, so there goes that. Because if you were on the go, you would have dropped off that bracelet in the mailbox. But there you go. For people don't know, he was trolling this weekend, sending pictures hanging out at the post office. That's the headquarters down on 34th Street. He's like, yo, look where I'm at. I'm like, yeah, and that's the fucking post office.
Yeah,
what's inside? Mailmen that deliver shit. That's what's inside. You could have just threw it over the stairs. Yo,
send that shit to Adam, son.
There you go. And they was like, all right.
Yo, where he live? Figure it out, son.
There you go. Shit's on the box. Gotta go.
Oh man. All right. Anybody else want revisions? Switch. I think I caught the Switch guys here. Carlos, do you care?
No, I already bought a Switch.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, go ahead, Chris.
I was gonna say, besides the battery and the chip, like, I would say they should rearrange some of the stuff they did. Like, why is the SD card slot behind the kickstand?
That's
why isn't that
that's stupid.
Speaking of that, put one with more memory on it. Have one that comes with 128.
There you go.
It should have more storage. That's a no-brainer.
Yeah, I agree with
that. They can afford that shit.
Especially if they're pushing it hard now. Now that they know people are buying digital more than the physical. Because remember, they I don't know if you know, but with their gold coin system, they give you more points if you buy the digital as opposed to the
Really?
physical. Yeah, and people were
Interesting.
flipping out about that too. And they were like, well, because they want the incentive. They want you to go and say, hey, I could get the physical or get the digital. Let me get the digital because now I'm getting $2 back from it. That's $2 that I could use toward another game.
Hold on, I got Innate, man. I got to call you out right now, son. So he says he wants to get Banner Saga on the Switch and Disgaea 5 on Switch. And he goes, but I mostly play games at home on PS4. Get those fucking games on PS4 then, bro. Get your trophies, man.
What's the reason?
Don't waste your time on Switch. If you're gonna take, if you were like, okay, I'm gonna play this guy 5 on the road, then I understand it. But if you got a PS4 and you mostly play it at home, get this guy on your PS4. Yeah. Get your trophies, son. You know, don't play that shit on Switch.
Like the only times I double dipped like that was when I wanted to play certain games on the go, like FIFA. I want to play my FIFA game on the go. You know, those type, but something like that, those long games, no, just you want that full experience, just play it on the console.
Yeah, the thing is, I could understand like level grinding on the subway and shit, but if you
unless the profile carries over, then yeah,
exactly. But you know it's not carrying over, you know.
No, I don't.
Okay, there you go. Okay, never mind. I take back me calling you out. He goes, it's mostly to play on the go at work. That's fine then. I understand then. Because I thought you were mostly a home gamer, you know? When Hip Hop Gamer called regular gamers house gamers, that shit was hilarious.
Oh, man.
Because somebody was telling him something, and he's like, oh, you house gamers don't understand. I go to events and shit. I was like, you just call them house gamers, bro? Oh man, hip hop is crazy. All right, where the fuck are we? Okay, so Hussein goes, who do you think will be first to market, the Xbox 2 or the PS5?
Xbox, we already know that.
Yeah, I think Microsoft is in a big hurry to try to catch up, man.
Interesting.
We already heard about those rumors of the two models that they have. Remember the pure streaming box and the other one, and so I mean they're hyped on this. They want to jump out because that was really their success of the 360, and maybe that's also the downfall because they rushed that shit and we got the red ring. But they really wanted to get out before the PS3, and it helped because people want that new hotness, and they're like, "Oh shit, gotta get this new box," you know. And then they went and they bought it, and then it died on them, and then they bought it again, and then it died on them, and then they bought it again. Then the PS3 came out. By then they were already invested, you know, with the Chivos and stuff. Chivos changed things a lot too.
Yeah. Originally, I was going to say PS5 was going to come out first, but Microsoft actually announced their fucking system already. PlayStation hasn't done that. Sony hasn't done that. So, yeah, I'm going to go with the consensus here. I think Xbox 2 is going to come out first. Because you're right. Microsoft needs that shit out now, you know?
Shit, man, if they can.
They better have some games.
Yeah, right. Get the games. Where the games at, you know?
Well, we know they're coming. Definitely know because they have
the
all those studios now.
But remember, that's going to take a while. Those games can just drop on day one,
but,
you know?
But I'm sure those people were already working on shit, and now they just slapped the Microsoft logo on it. That's all.
That is true, because some of them are already making games for Microsoft as it is.
I mean, that's the thing. Like one thing that we learned even with Cliffy. Remember, Cliffy said after the whole failure of Lawbreakers that they had like 3 or 4 titles that they were in development and they were pitching. They sent demos out to publishers to see which ones got picked up. I'm sure a lot of these studios did the same thing. Oh, we got 3 or 4. Look, we made this. We did. Oh, you want that? Okay. Oh shit, you want all of us? Oh shit, we just did it. We made it. It's Miller time, and that's it. But yeah, I'm sure there's games that they already had, and they just gonna slap the logo on it and be like, yeah, this is a Microsoft exclusive.
Yeah. Anybody disagree with this? Yes, no, maybe.
No, I completely.
My only question, which I just don't get, is that Microsoft has the Surface, right? The Surface tablet, the Surface Pro, which is a great tablet. A lot of people like the tablet. Why can't they get, if it's so powerful, why can't they get games working on it? Why can't they just do what we saw with the Switch? Just slap some damn controllers on the side and there you go. Just play at least for 360 games. I mean, do something. I understand they don't want to get into handheld, but basically the Switch is a tablet with controls. So do the same shit. You're already making tablets. I just don't know why they didn't want to get in that, because they were bragging before about how these Surface Pros can play Xbox games, but that's through the streaming. That's streaming from your console on your network. That's not doing the whole new system that they want to do, which maybe it will. Remember that new Game Pass, whatever the hell they want to do, the Xbox Anywhere, but not the Xbox Anywhere, the other subscription.
Yeah.
So maybe that'll work on their new Surface. I really hope so, because if that's the case, that's it. Because the idea of handheld that we know it is pretty much dead. You know, the new one is just doing it the way the Switch is doing it. It's
Yeah, where you have the
tablet
options, you
controls.
know?
Yeah, you got those. Yeah.
Yeah, by the
You got
way,
the
Czar
options.
is great,
Dock it,
says,
don't dock it.
yeah, he says both consoles are going to come out at the same time. That would be better for us, so we have a choice, you know? But I think they're going to be off by a year, you know?
Yeah, they don't want to do that. That'll hurt retailers. They don't want that shit either. Because they want everybody to come in, buy one, and then when the new one comes out, buy that one too. They
Yeah,
don't
'cause
want
remember,
people choosing.
Yeah, PS4 came out just a week before Xbox One, you know? It's crazy. All right, man, moving on here. Mr. All Day Digital, man. All right, so both of his are kind of themed questions, even though he's like early by 2 weeks. He goes, since it's Spooktober, name a game that terrified you so much that you couldn't continue.
Can I just mention this for like the 20th time?
Yeah.
I remember playing with a group of friends, like I was like maybe 3 or 4 years old, and we were playing in my little room. We used to live in a small ass house, and we were just jam packed.
What were the colors of the walls?
I don't remember.
I want to get freaked out. Tell me, with the light flickering.
It was like the whole neighborhood. Like we all like just gathered around my room and just were playing Nintendo. And
Don't worry, Adam, you're gonna get frightened when you hear the name of the game.
we were playing. Actually, that oh, you already know. We were playing Friday the 13th, and the fucking part where fucking Jason just comes out of nowhere scared the shit out of us. And I still remember that fucking day, man. I'll never forget.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, every horror game that I played, I completed, so I can't really answer this question. It's like it took me a while to beat some of these games. Like Resident Evil 7 took me a fucking week because I only play an hour a day. You know, that shit was too much for me, you know. Broad daylight, 3 p.m. in the afternoon, windows open, shades and shit open. I'm scared like a motherfucker, you know. And Alien Isolation was another one that was scary, but then that game just started wearing too fucking thin. It just went off forever, you know. But yeah, Resident Evil 7 was the big one. But like, yeah, every horror game I played already, I beat. So I can't really, I don't qualify for this one.
I'm in the same boat, but I'll throw out a hypothetical.
Uh-oh.
Because we all experienced this. If Silent Hills had happened. Because after
Oh,
PT
shit.
and how we reacted to that, like we were playing that shit together, we were scared.
Yeah,
right?
dude. Yeah.
Oh, I got one for Tony. Oh, sorry.
No, I'm saying if that had been realized, if Silent Hills had become a real game, I don't know if we'd be able to finish it.
No, yeah, I agree. That would have been the game. So hypothetically speaking, Silent Hills is my answer.
Can I mention
Go ahead.
another hypothetical?
Yeah.
If Resident Evil 7 was in VR exclusively.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, no way. No fucking way would I finish that shit.
What's the other one that everyone got scared? Was it Outlast or something like that? Was
Dead
that
Space?
Oh, Dead Space.
No,
Was the first one.
I beat both Outlast games.
Hey, yo,
Pretty
Carlos,
both.
though, I beat that Resident Evil 7 VR demo, though. You
But
know?
did you go back to it?
Fuck no. Get out of here, man. You crazy. By the way, this wasn't a horror game, but I played this one VR game where you're basically a time traveler and you had to travel into like the prehistoric ocean. I almost shit my pants, man, with those big ass dinosaurs swimming around.
Oh, yeah.
But the thing is, the developers were near me, so I had to, play it off like I was cool, you know. But I was scared shitless inside, son, because it's like underwater and these giant monsters. But I beat the fucking demo though. Holla at your boy.
Nice.
All right, anybody else? Any horror game that you're like, nah, fuck this shit, I'm done.
Nah, I didn't start Resident Evil for that reason, but I also didn't start it. It's like, I don't know, fuck no, I don't need that shit in my life.
So you gave the ultimate answer. That game was so scary you didn't even start it.
Yeah, well, not even scary, just fucking stressful.
Yeah.
Like,
no,
Resident Evil games are a whole lot of jump scares. I don't need that amount of cortisol in my life.
yeah. And this is a consistent jump scare because you're constantly in it. You know? The game does not let up, man. It's crazy. All right, anybody? Brian, what about you? What about Fear? Did you finish those games, didn't you?
Yep, I finished Fear, so I'm good. Yep, I 100% agree with Chris, PT, because even I had issues like finishing the demo. I think I managed to finish it like 4 months after I started, because Because I'm like, nope, don't need this in my life.
Anybody play beat the Evil Within? I played it. I just beat it.
No, I didn't like that game. The game was stupid.
Yeah, I finished it, but I didn't like it. I just beat it to finish it, but I hated that game.
It got so crazy, the story. I was like, what the hell's happening?
Yeah, no, but Chris is right though. We were in it was a room with like 7 of us, right? We were all scared shitless, man. Man,
Yeah,
PT.
for demo. For demo, man. Like that full game, holy shit. We would need the pens.
Yeah.
Fucking Pepto-Bismol.
Yo, that game should come with fucking diapers and one of those like machines that starts your heart. You know?
Defibrillator.
Yeah, the defibrillator, exactly. Oh man, that's the collector's edition right there, you know? All right, man, let's move on. Where the fuck are we? Name a horror, he says medium, I'm guessing horror franchise that you would like to see adapted into a video game that hasn't been already. All right, so go nuts.
Scream.
Yeah, I think about it.
Scream video game?
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I can't think of anything.
Has Halloween had a video game? I'm pretty sure it has.
I'm assuming it must have, man.
Wait, the Michael Myers
Yeah.
slasher series? I don't think it has.
It seems like it would obviously have one,
Right.
but I've never heard of one. That's why I
But-
just wanted to mention it.
Neither has Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Okay, so there you go. By the way, Texas Chainsaw Massacre is literally going to be the Friday the 13th, the NES game, just reskinned.
It's just Leatherface. Why is he in a cabin? Why is there in a cabin?
Yeah, they changed the the woods to like the desert or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of it.
trying to
I'm not a
think
horror
what
guy
else.
like that, so I don't know. I don't know. Make Hostel the fucking video game. I don't know.
I think they did. I remember when they did Saw. The Saw game wasn't too bad.
Yeah, remember that movie Hostel?
Yeah.
A bunch of them.
Yeah, that's that movie made me realize I don't like those type of what do they call them? That's
Torture
just,
porn.
torture. I don't like those because it's not about killing people. It's about just like butchering them. I'm like, this isn't even fun. You know what I'm saying? It's funny to see these like crazy monsters like Freddy and Jason killing people, but if it's just some like weird European dude just torturing people for the fuck of it, I'm like, I don't like this shit. Not cool. You know?
He doesn't. No offense to you, Brian. Just so you know, he's not.
No, Brian knows I'm talking about white people. He knows, man.
Oh.
Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That would be a great game, Kristen.
I remember that movie. Yeah.
Killer Clown. Man, people don't know about that shit, man.
That
Troll
was
2.
great.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Troll.
Yeah, make that into a video game, you know?
Leprechaun.
Oh, shit. Hey, Adam, I got one for you, man. Remember the
Puppet
gate?
Master.
Remember the gate?
Oh, the gate. Yeah, with the people. Yep.
You remember they played that metal album backwards? They summoned Satan?
See, there you go.
Yeah.
That's what started all that shit.
Here's another one, man. Man, I wish Manny was here for this one. The Howling. With the fucking werewolves and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead, Carlos. So
American
what now?
Werewolf in London. The
Yeah,
whole
man.
thing, you can turn that into a...
Has there been a Hannibal game? Is Hannibal even a horror?
I mean, it's
Silent-
like
I call
horror
it more
and
of a
thriller.
I call it a
because, like,
thriller.
the Silence of the Lambs, like those Hannibal Lecter stories. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think they're more thriller stuff. They're not horror.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Brad, get in
Because
here,
he
man.
wasn't the villain in those books, right?
No, he
It was
wasn't.
like Buffalo Bill and
Yeah, everybody
the
else.
Red Dragon. Yeah, it was somebody. It
He
was
was already in jail, and they were going to him for advice.
Yeah. Brad, get in here, man.
I apparently missed the change of the question. What are we talking about now?
What horror
games that we
Which
want
one's
to
our favorite?
No, what horror franchise do you think should be adapted into a video game? I'm gonna just throw Ghoulies out there while we're waiting for Brett.
The Frighteners?
Ooh, there you go. Is that horror? Yeah, that's horror.
I mean, yeah, it's horror comedy. I guess. It
Yeah.
counts.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of got your cheesecake. You know what? Actually, the Cabin in the Woods would have been a great
Oh,
video
that would
game.
be. I was thinking of that. Yeah, I agree with that. Because like, if you had to survive and then you find out it's all this giant
Oh yeah,
conspiracy, like
conspiracy.
old
the
gods
companies are watching
Cthulhu
them and shit.
nonsense. Yeah.
They're
I'd
all
love for the
underground.
replayability. Like each item you pick up, like unlocks a new campaign essentially. So there's all the different ways to go through the house, but you still end up with Cthulhu Beast. But still, like I'd
Right.
play that like Stanley Parable.
Yeah, he had that whiteboard of every like freaking thing you could encounter in that cabin.
Mhm.
I want to encounter killer robots in there.
Right?
They were all caged up downstairs. Remember? It's like pick what
Yeah.
you want. They spit them up.
All right, anybody else?
I'm trying to think of what else. Like, you know what? I know that there was just a Predator movie and it sucked, but you could make a really good Predator game.
Yeah,
I think.
man,
You
and
just
not that NES one, you know.
no. That game. LGN, man. I don't know what kind of drugs they were doing. Like they just looked at the cover. They read the back of the VHS and said, "Okay, we're just gonna go with that," and we can make the game.
Right?
It's like not even close.
Most of the time, they don't even see the movies. They just
Yeah.
make
Yeah.
stuff.
10-minute
All
one.
right, what's in the jungle? A python, scorpion. Okay, Arnold shoots all of that. They're all attacking him. Those are the enemies.
It's like, what? That doesn't happen in the movie. You know?
Mattered.
Shit.
It's
Nothing
crazy.
that happened in the ET game happened in a movie. So
Oh man, Barry Burton says, "Meet the Feebles."
the Burbs.
Oh man. All right, let's get to the last two questions here. Oh shit, we got 10 minutes. I think we could do it. All right, Hashling and Slasher. So his first question is, do you guys think that a new Splinter Cell will be announced at that Xbox conference in November? That would be nice.
Nope.
Probably not.
They already said no. They
Yeah,
said
that's right, Adam. You sent us that shit. Yeah, go ahead. Why is it not getting announced?
They just don't have the funding for it. That wasn't on their agenda of all the other IPs because they remember they did produce new IPs. You know,
Yeah.
the Division and the other one, Wildlife. That's new IPs. So, and they have other things in the works. So, like, unless someone comes along and pays them, sort of like what happened with which was Dead Rising series, and how Microsoft came in and funded one of those so they can get it, Dead Rising 3. It's the same thing. Unless somebody comes in and funds it, it's not happening.
That's crazy because I thought Blacklist was a good selling game, wasn't it? I guess not.
Well, I think it came at a point where they were already working on other shit, so that took the budget.
I guess. Man, Blacklist was so fucking good too, man.
Yeah, it was a good game.
You know, think about it. We're seeing 2 back-to-back AC games, and we haven't seen that in a long time. So
Yeah, and they're gonna take a break next year. Yeah, but yeah, you're right about that. Ubisoft already said they're not gonna announce it, so there you go. And then the last question. This one's kind of fun. What games would you put into your gaming Hall of Fame?
Bloodborne.
From this gen?
No, from every gen.
God damn, that's a huge ass.
That's
That's a lot. Yeah, we can't.
question,
We'll
man.
answer that next year.
Yeah,
That's a show unto itself.
yeah,
Okay.
that is kind of true.
I'll just ramble through 10 games.
Go ahead.
Super Mario Bros. Like you can just put any of them. Halo, Metal Gear Solid, and like most of them. Mass Effect trilogy, Uncharted, like Fallout, Elder Scrolls. Yeah, that's too many. That's too much.
There's too many.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just gonna ramble off a few. Super Metroid, Super Mario World, Mega Man X, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VI, Street Fighter 2. Even though there are better ones, but that's a Hall of Fame game. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, Brad, you're right. That's a whole show right there. That's too much. It's too much, man. It's too much.
We
Too
ran out
much.
of time.
You know. Yeah. Games, man.
Too many.
Yeah. All right. I think we could wrap this up. I don't know if there's anything special going on this week. Manny will be back on Thursday, so he could, if there's time, we could both regale you with some Comic-Con shit. I got to tell the fellas some shit off here, though. It's just hilarious, man. Comic-Con, man.
Oh shit.
Just remind me because I'll probably forget. All right. So thank you for watching and listening. Leave us the questions in the comment section of this episode here on YouTube or over on the Coalition. We'll answer them on next week's show. Subscribe to Throwdown on SoundCloud, iTunes, and YouTube. Follow us on Twitch, Mixer, Twitter, Facebook, Periscope at Throwdown Show. Links are located in the description below. Once again, I was your host, Tony Polanco. Time joined by Carlos Romero.
Tony, this is a reminder about the Comic-Con story.
All right. Chris Seeley,
Hey, take care, everyone.
Brett Murdoch,
It's been real, party people.
Adam Vale,
Go watch some Firefly.
and Brian Manjoma.
I'm gonna sit my black ass down and do some cardio.
USA in this hoe. All right, man. You'll see you all on Thursday, man. Later.